supposed to be great. On paper, looks fantastic. Some of the best Danish talent all under one roof. Let's see how they fare versus MIBR. A little bit of a litmus test to see what we can grow to expect from this Astralis roster this year.
Okay, well, the Danes the favourites.
On their side, yeah, okay.
3-player B stack from MIBR out the gates. Bomb down towards a ramp, just behind Device. Down over towards Palace. Stare out top mid, and a goosh onto safe. I wonder how much he really saw there.
It's a fantastic way to start things off. Long-range glocking.
Just snaked their way into a couple of key kills. Is that onomatopoeia?
That's actually how I'm going to be casting from now on. I'm just exclusively doing sound.
I'm the ooh guy.
No, well, you get all the cool threads. Everyone says, oh, Chad's oohs are so good. I'm oohing now.
No, they don't. They say all this guy does is ooh.
Yeah, because they don't understand. And that's
They'll never understand, Alex.
Never understand or whatever they say.
Order. Is that a bad one?
Oh, probably. Yeah, it's one of the 6 F words.
Okay. The one that starts with B.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what you got, Drop.
This one's A.
Drop. Let's go. It's fancy New Jersey. Pop the collar if you win this one. Canadian first victim. Ooh, clean with it. Clean with it. One of them's low. Can't track the jumping. Oh, it would have sounded so nice if I said jumping Jabby. But he's Yabby, isn't he? So jumping Yabby.
You know, Yabby's like... Hold up, Insani. I just forgot. This guy, he is the guy. Right? He is the guy. The bomb finally getting planted. Goes down now. Insani 1 on, well, 4. Not 3.
Yeah, Stout's got 3 HP, and so just going to be playing it safe. Surely he's going to be the one to try and take first contact. Never mind, Device removes him from the stairs, and we get Astralis off to the races. Nearly a full team ace there. Just the double from Device. Stout yet to contribute. But that's a great start for the Danes.
So it might be an eco, so we can tell everybody about not Yabby the player, but Yabbies.
What are Yabbies?
Well, we have them... hold up, it's like a crustacean.
Crustacean. Tell you that's not the word I thought was coming out of your mouth.
So this is a yabby.
Okay.
It's an Australian freshwater crustacean. See?
Oh, crustacean in the ocean.
Yeah, and it's in the say that one.
Oh yeah, sure. It's in the Parasticidae family. It didn't do well there.
No, and you don't need to talk about this round because they rush B and MIBR stacked A. Now, Alex, obviously you want to know where it does find itself in the crustacean family.
It looks like a little lobster. If I was kind of...
Yeah, you eat them.
Yeah. If I saw that, I'd say, look, a little lobster. I wouldn't say, look, it's a
yabby.
A yabby or a small crustacean.
Come on now.
I'm done with that now.
Well, we know what event we're at.
What, Katowice?
Yeah, hi guys, Nadine here. We got your shuttle sorted for Katowice.
Katowice, all right.
So next round, the rifles will be invested upon, and that is when things get a little bit more exciting. Now, I know that there is a lot of discourse about the HUD right now.
There is.
And the main negative takeaway for me, I'm going to go there.
You're going there.
Is the nades. They're not very distinguishable. That has been noted, I'll tell you that much, and hopefully can be rectified ASAP. However, I will say a positive. I love the size of the radar. Oh, this is great. We can waffle more. There is just a slight technical issue before we get into the first rifle round. So I love the size of the radar. I really like that.
Yeah.
And also, the gentleman that's been working very, very hard on, he doesn't do the design. That's in terms of the coding, Mr. MC. He's got some grand plans for the HUD. I don't want to spoil. They're not. I doubt you're going to see a lot of them in Katowice. But coming down the line of years that are ahead of us, unless history,
he's got a plan.
There's some really cool stuff. And look, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to give away too much of it. No. But when it does come in, we can be excited about it.
100%.
But yeah, I think one of the things that I would like to put out there to the world, and we should address every day of our life like this.
Okay, I'm interested.
Now, lots of things that we don't like. That's true.
Yeah.
But when we find something that we don't like, especially something that can be changed, fixed, what we should do is offer as much constructive criticism as possible. Now, I agree.
There's a very key word in that sentence.
Constructive?
That's the one.
Now, criticism is fine. I think as long as we offer, hey, this is something that I as an individual don't like because, right? Same as, remember, we had this conversation when CS2 came out.
Yeah.
We're talking about, hey, this is not great because we need to explain the why.
Okay, perfect. So, it's kind of like a relationship. You know, well, we know communication is key.
Yes.
And we also know that it's not always what you're saying, it's how you say it. You got to keep that in mind as well. Yeah, people are more receptive to what could be good points, but it can be obfuscated by what feels like an attack. People don't, you know, they ignore
Yeah, right. We don't want to put people on the back foot.
Yeah, you want people to be receptive, and they're more receptive when you don't start with something, you know, like it's an objective truth. Like, this is bad, sure, but it might be bad in your opinion because XYZ, you know, you made me feel X because of Y.
And that's life advice.
Break it
Shout
down
out
for them,
Alex.
yeah.
We'll be starting our TikTok account.
It took us about 10 years to learn how to communicate. Well, not only with each other, but with our partners. We're getting there.
Wait, I thought
Yeah.
you were my partner.
Yeah, well, that's why we need to communicate.
Okay, I didn't realize we were seeing other people.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just thought it was more flexible.
Okay, well, all good. But look, guys, I can guarantee you this. There will be little bits and bombs of the HUD that will be rectified over time, but I can rub some salt in the wound. Alex and I get to look at the old HUD, so we're and you guys can't, so suck eggs or whatever.
See, like Johnny didn't get the memo.
What did Johnny say?
Johnny just said it like it's an objective truth.
Okay.
He didn't give it a because.
Now, I want to give an objective truth.
Go on.
The current ETA of this tech issue is unknown.
Oh, that's fun, isn't it?
But that allows us to talk to you because we are monitoring all of your actions right now. What you're doing at home, if you're watching on the TV or the cellular telephone device, and looking at Twitch chat. So it's really nice to see all of you here today joining us.
Speaking of device, that's that guy as well.
He's back.
That's his nickname. And what a great question from Jacob. I did think that's a good one. You brought it up as well at the HLTV Awards. Not a single Dane in the top 20 this year.
Yes, very curious, isn't it?
I mean, considering how much of a dominant force they have been, and also how many names. If you're making a list of like Counter-Strike players and regions, I feel like I could do Brazil, Denmark, Russia, you know, like in terms of the big names.
It used to be Sweden, right?
Yeah, back in the day.
If you looked at the Hall of Fame that HLTV did, you can see that there was 4 Swedes inducted, and that was all throughout 1.6, right? You had your SKs, your NIPs, your Fanatics. They were always towards the tippy top of Counter-Strike, and now in terms of Swedes in the top 20, what are we talking about there, right? Who's even the best Swedish player?
Great question. Is toss-up between Fuzi, Rez,
Brolin.
It's
Brolin.
CTR. I know.
But now he's in game
leading. I was trying to see how many Swedes I could name.
Oh, well, I like that.
I kind of ran out of them.
How many Swedes can you name?
He's a guy.
Hampus is a guy. I think he's over there with the Johnny Speeds.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Speeds.
Draken.
Yeah, so it is interesting to see such a fall off.
Sweden fell off, man.
So did Denmark.
Yeah, well, did they?
Or they're falling off.
They're falling off. They're in the process of falling off. That's actually what this project is to try and remedy. That was the whole idea. It's like let's put all the good shooters in one team.
And have Cadian go from being an AWPer to in-game, well, he was in-game leading, a rifling in-game leader.
I don't know how they've managed to bury the hatchet after such a fantastic drama.
Oh, someone's back, I thought.
Yeah, that's where you put it. Yeah, that's where you bury it. Right in the spine.
Right in there. All right, we're back, underway. Rifles
just about at the right time. Just about the right time. We've got some Mackies.
Going to be a B execute. Drop Insani and Safe heading over towards B to contend with this. Or is it going to be a fake? Do they want to try and draw it early U2? Yes, early pressure. That's more than pressure.
That's almost round defining. There is a chance with Drop and Lakowski early rotating, but look at this restraint. Astralis know they've got a 2-man advantage. Let's not overcommit into a gamble stack. We're going to chill our beans.
Oh, beans, the magical fruit.
The more you eat, the harder you shoot. Something like that.
That's a great adaptation. Bart Simpson would be proud.
Eat my shorts, man.
The A-bomb site has been evacuated, understandably so. When you lose Insani and Safe in the early stages, both yet to find a frag, the same to be said for Exit and Lakowski. Only 1 kill so far for this defense within the first 2.5 rounds of play. Cadian being the money man, playing for info. Once he... Well...
What?
It's...
That's cool.
Now it could get a little bit... problematic?
Very problematic, at least for Casper Cadian.
Well, now it's a 3v3, though.
What is going on, Dan?
Well, they got the spaghetti, the lettuce, and the meatballs to make these pyramids.
You're absolutely right. I think these pyramids are going to be going down like a burger or something. They could plant. I mean, Exit and Lakowski are already here. Drops coming from Con. They've had all the time in the world to get here and stop this and disrupt this plant. Bomb does go down. That's something. A feather in Yabi's cap, but he will need frags. Drop versus Stare. Drop wins out. Chance for another as they're closing the gap. They push out, exit closing the distance, running out of bodies. It's only Stown, and he doesn't have the weapon for the job. Barrage of Util has to play proactively, does adjust nicely. Gets 2 of the 3, looking to come up clutch. Palace Mac 10 1v3. It's unheard of. Stown tries to fake him out. He's not going to go for it. He's going for a 10-second stick. This is outrageous from Lekowski. Stown, though, audacious, swings on through, makes it a clutch. A memorable clutch as well from Stown. I mean, if I show you that scenario, Chad, I show you Mac 10 alone with the bomb down with smokes available. You can't help but feel like that's supposed to be a walk in the park for MIBR. How has that gone so wrong so quick?
For me, it's more about the fact that Astralis found themselves in this situation because of no fault of their own. I don't know what caused the device crash.
I mean, I'm actually quite grateful that Stown
won that, exactly, because otherwise that would really, really hurt. So MIBR were given a lifeline by the tech gods right there. Yeah. So we are just finding ourselves with the tech issue to rectify what device had going on. So yeah, you bang on. The fact that Stown wins that clutch, 3 Mac 10 kills, all headshots, really important work for him, because that is one that would sour the mood immediately. The fact that devices dropped, the only problem that you have there is that so many players went down in what should have been a clean round. So finances going forward, that's the biggest issue. But as you can see, we've got League Ops here standing by. Sorry, tournament operations.
Oh, tournament.
Or tournament management? TM.
TM, tournament management.
Because we had the conversation. They're not League Ops anymore, because it's not a league. It's a tournament.
Makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So yeah, what did you want to say?
I wanted to say, great question, Device, he went on record, he says, I'm going to stop punching monitors, it's not a good idea, right?
Now he's what?
Well, I was going to ask,
punch in the air?
I was going to open it up to the class.
Oh, okay.
As to what is the healthiest way to vent your frustrations. You know, I've heard actually recently, I think at Bounty, JL in an interview said, you know, he let his frustrations out with a couple of desk slams, and he says it's going to happen.
Okay.
What do you think? Because I would argue, I have no scientific backing at all, but I think there is something to be said about getting the frustration out.
Yeah.
You know,
no, so my expert opinion would be swallow it, bury it deep down inside. Continue to push as long as you can.
Don't address it at all.
For years. Yeah. Until you explode for no reason. That would be my expert recommendation. But if we were looking for a more immediate outlet,
I think I used the word healthy.
I think what Shox used to do, if people remember Shoxy Jesus, I think people should, a legendary French Counter-Strike player, he would mute his microphone and he would vent then.
I don't hate that.
Right? So he would like hit the button, or he'd flick the mic up, arm up, depending on the headset, and then he would go on a bit of a rant.
Just like get it out.
I think in terms of genuine frustrations, don't hit monitors that cost like 500 euros.
Yeah, no, you're actually targeting the most expensive item on the desk.
Yeah, and look, it's not like, I understand he doesn't. Like, when I'm not looking at device, I'm just saying, I've done it before. I punched the monitor, I broke the arm, I didn't even break the screen. It's just like, it's after you feel like a bit of a tit. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Halzek does the leg punch.
That's not the play. I mean, it might be for him. I can see how that, you know, it's a big old muscle. It can take a little punch or two.
Yeah. Look, I think the key is, as long as it's not every time you die that you're going for some kind of extreme reaction, it's probably okay. If it's only in the really extreme tilt circumstances, like when you saw Nico almost win that 1v5, right? Like that, there you go. Like that's a situation that I think is probably an acceptable one to get mad about. It's just, I think managing what is okay to get. Well, actually, I shouldn't be saying what's okay for anybody. I don't want to project that onto other people.
No, you're right, but it's just a question of like, because there are some players that I don't think I've ever seen, you know, have that bubble over, like the frustration.
He'll be playing later.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, we'll get to see him. I think it's just interesting that there are better ways, I think, than punching the monitor. I wonder what device lands on. I'm going to be intrigued to see when and if the frustrations do show on the cameras, on those player cams. I think frustrations are showing right now, just because this is a bit of this takes the wind out of everyone's sails.
It's like a false start.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
And it's like we're hitting the accelerator, and then you've just had Stown win that 1-on-3 clutch that normally would be a hype moment. You get Kaden out of his chair. It is just going to have to take a bit of a pause, as we literally are in one. And I can tell you that Device looks like he has rejoined the server, but you want to make sure your settings are right. You want to make sure that everything's kind of feeling okay before you get things back underway. So still give us a moment. We'll be, well, not us personally, but the team here in Katowice will be sorting out these issues ASAP. Don't you worry.
Headphones on is always a good sign.
What do you feel about the braiding of
I was just looking at that. Like, that's the kind of thing I wouldn't be able to stop myself from pulling apart as soon as I
But maybe it's intentional so it's not like flapping everywhere?
I suppose I imagine it looks deliberate. Okay, just typing in his secret console commands.
Okay.
That's always been a thing, hasn't it? Like in competitive scenes, there's always like something that circulates. Everyone's like, "Oh, guys, actually, these are the settings you need." Or
yeah, I think it was
secret.
called Ventrilo.exe. I think.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I mean, you know, there's always these kind of like not old wives' tales, but you know, superstitions about settings.
Oh, the tone change into a tactical timeout. Bit taking the reins as the head coach. He was there in more of an analytical perspective. They had Knack, who has stepped aside, and well, they used to play together. Bit, Knack, Kogu. Oh, let me go through the names. Let's relive the glory days.
Back to Kogu, man.
But Bit's out here. He's going to be now the man behind the team. He was behind them in some capacity. On the other side, Rugger went from OG to Astralis. OG finding not too many results, but with Astralis, it feels like he has to. He has a full Danish squad. He has some of the best names in Danish Counter-Strike as it currently stands. And you would like to see Astralis slowly putting the Danes back up the rankings. Missing back-to-back majors is...
Back-to-back majors. Denmark absent in the HLTV top 20. And now just looking to start the new year with a new flavor. A new energy. Astralis have gotten off to a flying start. We're back in after a technical delay. We appreciate your patience.
So a couple of investments for MIBR in this one. Drop does have a Silent Stem 4. Knowing that the finances, because it was only one player staying alive, are not great. They're still okay for Astralis, but not great. So MIBR want to continue to inflict damage, maybe even snatch one away. 3 players stacked towards A. Lukowski turning with Window and Insani locking down B on his lonesome. Lukowski with that interesting seating angle. And a slow round ahead of us. A minute 14 left on the clock as Yabi does take a little bit of contact over towards B. Mid control to be taken and a B split. Oh, that's a big dink.
Yeah, stat. Just through the corner.
The USP.
Yeah, sorry, it was the USP. I thought it was the M4 from Drop. Not bad from Safe. Cadian caught lacking. Double dink out of Safe.
Remember.
Oh, it's lost its potency so quickly, and that smoke is so apparent. Oh, it's hideous. He has such a distinct weapon advantage. Stown trying to save the day. It's 2 with the spray, but this seems like a done deal now. White rifle recovered. Insani burrows into the apartments. Actually pulls back. Recovers the AK, stays active. He's going to swing through this bench side. Catch this walk up. Spots out Stown. One tap fails. 20 seconds. Unlikely to see a plant. Unlikely to see another kill, but Stown will give it his best shot. Wallbang commitment, gets him half, gets him low, and Insani finishes the deal. That's a huge round for MIBR to pick up, and dare I say it, an Astralis slip up.
Yeah, that type of round, they were just blindsided by an awful lot there, surprisingly. The financial ramifications are felt pretty much immediately, but Stown and Device with more than enough. It even facilitates a Device AWP. So Safe actually gets the opening kill with the USP after that dink. Lukowski contributes, and then with the scooped up AK, they just punish them. So a really nice round for MIBR to win. They walk away with 3 AK-47, Safe into an AWP, and now they're online.
Ooh, he's got a very good feeling.
Hello.
He's got a very good feeling. This is purely speculative. Now spots the barrel. It's good AWPing out of Device.
Yeah, oh, nice find. Stown's finding some good impact. Nade won't chase him down, so gets to stay alive. 2-man disadvantage. MIBR scrambling.
I like this from Insani. Knows he has to be proactive somewhere, and he just needs to catch Stare walking up. We'll remove the lion's share of their util. Still plenty on Cadian, though. Yabi walking out apps. There's no one home after Insani shows up in the feed, so they have the B info, but the bomb's A. Maybe just going to be spotted and hope that they causes a rotation, a huge rotation forced by Yabi. Spots 2. Lukowski, though, the lone wolf on A, has actually won a duel in the meantime. Okay, multiple moving pieces. Cadian's behind him, though. Cadian should be able to find this frag, and now the bomb can go down on A. Insani and Drop. Rotation through. What does Cadian choose to do with this? He actually just tucks Con. Plays on the stairs, and Device responsible for CT. It's a double tested. They have a flash, they do. Drop could flash Insani around this corner. Needs to be close enough to trade, though. Just going to play for the trade. Contact! Woof. Insani sharp. Quiet start for him in those first 3 rounds, but he's on the board now in a very big way. A triple kill. Wow. Ouch. Okay, they're really...
They're on the bomb.
They've done a lot of damage. One bullet can finish it, and Katie can clutch it! That's a massive one. 2 nades on his face, and he still picks up the 1v2.
Damn. Oh, MIBR battle back into another round.
Who was that on? Who was covering?
I think it was Insani defusing, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah, because he was low, so drop. It was drop. Damn. Yeah, I thought I'd back him in that one. Considering 1 bullet, maybe 2. I didn't catch the specific number here on Cadian after the double nade. That's a great shot.
That's a great shot from Insani. Device just getting absolutely destroyed, and they must have caught Cadian cross. So
27, this drop. Ooh.
Just needed just a tag to the body. It should have been enough.
Okay, both teams have had a couple of wobbles. We're already straight into round 6. I mean, this is like very early doors. 1 minute 35 on the clock. We've got a 4-on-4 and a full reposition out of Astralis. Spotted mid. Lost Yabi, took Lakauzi. No, we've lost Insani. What's going on?
Look, we are playing on the rolled back version, so it's curious to see that we're having these drops early. Would be nice to get a bit of info from tournament management on maybe what's causing it. So we'll keep reservations for now.
Yeah, and just to remind you as well, last time this did affect Astralis. MIBR now affected by it, but Astralis had downwin a 1v3, still converting after being victims of a tech. Don't think MIBR are going to be so lucky. Odds stacked against them here. Exit down. Well, we might get some answers as to how people process frustrations here. I mean, that's an unforced error. Sorry, not an unforced error. Like they did nothing, and it's still.
Well, it's not an. I guess error is the.
As in, like it's
an
not
unforeseen. It's
not within their control. Yes, it's a circumstance outside of their control, and it has affected them negatively. That's the verbose way of saying it. I don't know how.
We'll find a concise way of saying it.
There is a way.
Yeah, it'll come to us.
Yeah, eventually. Preferably soon. But yeah, we are going to see Safe try and hold on to his AWP. Looks like he's getting away with that at the bare minimum. It's a 5-1 scoreline as we take a little technical pause.
Yeah, so this changes the... obviously, at this point, it's not just focusing on the match. It becomes the factors outside of that as well. So Insani, you can see here, having to get his phone back out of the box, having to relog back into Steam. And it has just caused, well, I wouldn't say any massive ramifications. Sure, in a round where they just force sport, having Insani drop out like that, we never know what type of impact he could have found. But they did lose the opening kill with their rifle. So we won't speculate. It's pointless.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah, that was just... I had no control over that. Yeah. That was a unforeseen circumstance. Took a sip of my cold brew. That's my mistake. I won't do that again.
Never drink anything ever again.
Nope. I think that's the only conclusion I can come to. It looks like... Is Insani back in, or am I just...
He is now back in.
Okay.
Just.
Good sign.
So we've had Device, we've had Insani. Who's next?
Who's next? Just a great question.
The whole conversation around Astralis late last year with Device taking a bit of a break as well.
I didn't think we were going to see him straight back in. 25.
Yeah, me either.
It felt like it was kind of like a soft goodbye. You know, it was kind of weird. At least that was the perception. Insani is just going to try and get back in the server. Was missing a couple of extra bits and bobs.
It's a tilted monitor right there. Don't spit on your screen. You need one of those little glasses cleaner.
I bought a massive multi-pack off Amazon over Christmas. That was my Christmas present to myself.
Okay.
Got monitor wipes on standby.
Monitor wipes?
They're like, the easy Ghiblis for the glasses and stuff.
Sure. Can we get that sweeping camera angle? Just take a look at who's using black bars and stretch and everything. I'm now requesting camera shots. Okay, so...
We've got... That looks like 4-3 stretched on Yabi.
It does? Do you think?
Or 16.
Look, I usually use the radar because if the radar looks more circular, as like Cadian's looks stretched.
Yeah, it does. Gabby's on like a native. It's not native.
Well, maybe it's not native.
1610 gang.
We've got 4x3. Black bars use a Stown.
I feel like I'm a bit of a hipster with the 16x10 stretched.
16x10? Okay,
yeah, it's just like that nice middle ground, you know? It's not, not everyone like crazy skinny like native, where everyone feels like they're like toothpicks. But not crazy stretch where the pixels feel too
I remember
high.
back in the day, Shroud used to use native, and this was like 2015.
Yeah.
And he was like complaining that he wasn't getting enough FPS, and that's back when everyone was like, why are you using native? Like that's when everybody used 4x3 or whatever. It was like crazy to hear that a player was using native res.
I still think it's funny how prominent like the 4x3 1280 res.
It is kind of crazy.
In 2025, we're still doing that. It's like we're not on CRTs anymore, lads.
CRTs were great.
They were.
Just heavy.
Not great for LAN. BYOC.
Well, Stown is having an absolute waltz in the park, isn't he, over towards Palace? Some good impact from him within this game so far.
Yeah, safe here. I understand, given the circumstances of the buy.
Saved AWP, gone.
Trying to do something aggressive, but it has resulted in a nasty opening death and a retrievable AWP. Katowice, good catch. Insani as well fills the feed onto Cadian. Disadvantage Astralis, can they recover? Yabi down, good spam, more impact, 5-7 felt, but here's Device in the clutch. He's got a great read of the situation. Can he adjust? He can't! One bullet in it, it's drop that closes it up. MIBR, they were working with very little there, a saved AWP and change. And the score does change in MIBR's favor. Call it 2-5, back on the board.
Yeah, and a clutch going in their favor. So important stuff there from Drop. But Insani did look very silly with this movement, didn't he? Making a sound cue. This is just like, what? Like pre-fire through the smoke. Insani saying, here I am. And then Device will be frustrated with himself that he didn't convert that kill. They have been able to get the AWP back in Safe's hands. The finances now, the conversation about Astralis.
Just saw the intensity that Safe was communicating where his AWP was. Happy to have that back in his grasp after Round is saved by his teammates. They are committing into the bomb site. Insani and Drop with the crossfire. How does this go? Looks very comfortable for the CTs. Just repels the invaders comfortably with a comfortable setup. One casualty. Insani takes 2 before he falls, and Drop matches that output as well. So comfortable for MIBR. These last 2 rounds have started to see the wins change.
Yeah, it should be an eco now for Astralis. So MIBR's chance to draw this into just a 1-round game. We're talking 1900 essentially across the board. Device has cheated himself into a deagle. Let's see what Device can get done with this. Play pass the parcel or the hot hand cannon.
This would be one hell of a shot to hit. It would have been one hell of a shot to hit. I think Insani heard that step, so going to play very safe here, Drop.
Yeah, okay, so I want to reflect on a couple of little bits and bobs, shall we? So over at the Blast Bounty, you had Astralis take down Wildcard and then play Na'Vi, and they lost to Na'Vi in 2 maps. They beat Wildcard in 2 maps. Mirage was one of the maps that was played over there. For the side of MIBR coming into this year, they took on FlyQuest, who traditionally the Brazilian teams have the number of the Aussies, and they ended up losing that on Nuke and Anubis. But again, a lot of this early season, normally the Blast event is like an exhibition match between all the partner teams, and they all get to play like 3 times, so you actually get quite a few maps and reps in. With teams who get eliminated early on within the new format, because single elimination, you're not getting a lot of data in terms of positions or maps or new strategies they're coming in with. So right now, I just want to kind of reflect on, what the CT setup looked like of this MIBR team before and what we're seeing now. And we haven't had a lot of rifle rounds, so it makes it harder, because rounds tend to be even more in flux. As Katowice with a big fight, lots spotted, and the mop and bucket out. 2 for him, and just 2 more to find. But previously, the setup would have had Insani as the A connector player, Katowice as the short player, Exit as the A anchor, Drop as the B anchor, and then Safe, obviously, as the AWPer. We will be moving into a rifle round next, so I want everybody to keep tabs on what I just said and see if it reflects something similar. Because there's been some rounds where Insani's been over to B early. Katowice maybe more connector based. Let's learn together, shall we?
So Insani was con.
Indeed.
In their CT set.
Yeah, and he had some massive rounds late last year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's been one of the most standout Brazilian players, full stop. Hasn't always had best team around him.
It's interesting because him and Breno, we're touted on the come up, and then Insani's the one who stuck the landing. He's just so aggressive and his aim's so on point. Would love to see him be able to continue that form. So far sitting at 10 kills, the tippy top of the scoreboard for his team thus far on Mirage on the other side of the server. For using numbers to help complete the picture. Stan with 8, but clutch for him important. And Cadian had a clutch as well, only 5 kills to his name so far. Tactical timeout, fist bumps come in. What are the adjustments that have been made? No AWP for Device. Obviously with that Deagle means he has to go down to the Galil instead of the AK. You two are also a little bit light on, so fewer options for Astralis as Insta Window and Cat Smokes are to be thrown. And it does look like another diverse setup. Safe's going to take the AWP over towards B.
Whoa. Big strides out mid from Astralis, and it's lower that falls first.
Oh, I'd love to get that with the replay that we had in the last series. It looked like Lukowski got team flash there. So missed timing.
It's resulted in an Astralis advantage. What's the CT response? How do you claw this back? Dump you till mid, you delay Yabby, and you go looking behind the smoke. This could be interesting. Drop flirting with aggression here. Double HE, there's info. 2 CTs towards connector. Re-smoke from Insani, delays stare further.
It's only going to slow them down, but MIBR with an info play, drop and exit, taking A ramp control. Insani leaving safe at B and having to deal with the gap that's manifested towards window and connector. Window to be smoked off. It's going to be all 5 players from Astralis. Is it going to be up cat to B? Is it going to be through connector? Well, you tilt towards A. That's quite telling. It's 180 degrees worth of a crossfire they have to break, and that smoke's going to help a lot.
Yeah, Insani respects it. He's going to hear them coming, though. They do have this kind of crossfire with the ramp players. If he catches the right timing as contacts fell, Safe is already managed to find a contribution all the way from short. He pulls the trigger onto Cadian. Now Insani, oh, look at the damage through the box. Somehow doesn't convert.
Time.
No time, 5 seconds. Doesn't matter if you hit the headies. Last to fall, Insani, and that's a very impressive round from Astralis, considering what they walked into. You highlighted it perfectly. Still, they just break through.
Yeah, it looked tough there, especially that spam, and then there was about 7 seconds off the clock as they're trying to... Here it is.
Flash?
Well, I think everybody was blind, because Lukowski looked fully flushed.
He had his hand above his...
too, so I think he started to pivot just a little bit too early. Two rounds left in his half. Yeah. Oh, not live.
NL. Netherlands.
And Sani's the one who hasn't left spawn, so I would be saying that he's having the issue.
Oh.
Yeah. Who would have thought? Look at that. It's like I've watched Counter-Strike before.
Occasionally, I'm sure you do.
Once or twice.
Pop it on the telly.
Don't make me call Slavinsky. What's going on, mate? All right, well, people at home. It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. What time is it?
It's 1:35 in the afternoon here in Central Europe.
Local time. So you've maybe had your lunch?
Yeah, what are you guys doing? How are you watching? How are you tuning in?
Is it like on the phone kind of energy? Are you working from home? Is it on the television?
What is the most obscure way you think someone could be watching?
If they had a very good airline with good Wi-Fi.
You think someone's watching on a plane?
I think they could do. I think it's possible. I've never tried. I've never had that
You'd have to be in business class.
Dude, I actually find it this is a weird confession, but I've never gone on an airplane Wi-Fi. Like, I've never tried to send a WhatsApp from the air. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
See, I was
on Wi-Fi all the way from the award show back to Australia.
Is it decent? Like, you can use it like you're on the internet normally?
Yeah, I'm not looking at Instagram reels, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I'll tell you, that's a new thing. The older generation have discovered YouTube shorts and reels, and I traveled a little bit. They're all just watching it on full volume.
Yes.
Just some dude sitting next to me, just straight up
That's old people entitlement.
It's so loud. No, but I just think it might be a hearing issue.
No, there's 2 types of entitlement that I've learned about.
Oh, yeah? So
one of them's old people entitlement.
What's the other one?
The other one is parent entitlement.
Yeah.
And that one is more like blinders to their own children.
Yeah.
Now,
Where you have to apologize because you made them feel bad by being, Okay.
No. This is where the parents just let their little children.
Oh, now I know where you're going.
Get away with anything.
Yeah.
Like imagine you're drinking a juice box next to the pool.
Yeah.
And mummy's not looking, and you start squirting the juice box into the pool, and then mum sees you do it. She doesn't say anything. It's a public pool, Alex.
And then if someone else walks up to her child and starts to say something, she go, "How dare you talk to my child? Don't discipline my child. That's my job."
In that accent.
I don't know what accent that was. It was an interesting amalgamation. Like, they're kind of like a bogan UK energy.
Yeah, I think they have a name.
That's right. So there's Insani. You can see that's what the name on his jersey says. The fancy new chairs.
I like the chairs. I'm glad they're away from the high backs.
Yeah, low backs.
The low backs.
Ergonomic. That's a word I like to say. Rarely use it correctly, but I feel like I might have there.
You've done well.
Thanks.
Do we know? Is the chair maker a sponsor?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because James was talking about them.
He did say steel. No, he said
titanium.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
Anyway, no one heard us talking about that then.
Yeah. Can you name the artist of the popular hit Titanium?
Oh, it's my generation.
It is. I'm sure you were on the Sticky nightclub dance floor throwing shapes to this banger. I'm going to fact check myself before I give you the answer. I'm pretty sure I got it. Go on.
I can't get the artist, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, do you know David Guetta? I think that's how it's pronounced.
David Guetta?
David Guetta.
Is it Guetta?
No, it's Guetta. I'm just being a weirdo.
Oh, okay.
I would have accepted Sia as well.
Okay. Yeah. I do. I am aware.
Yep.
Yeah.
One with the hair around her over her eyes. Isn't she the one that doesn't cover her face?
Is she?
Yeah. Like you can hear her, but you can't see her.
Oh.
Actually, not my worst of the day.
They're not too shabby.
Not my worst.
But the people at home knew who we were talking about.
Yeah, I would have accepted
They did really well. They're, great job, everybody. But if you do want to use the hashtag IEM or tag Alex and I on X or Instagram as well, you can show us what you're up to. We take a look every now and again.
Oh, yeah. And I am intrigued. What is the weirdest place you've watched a Counter-Strike match? We're going
to get some strange answers.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
No fibbing, guys. Only the real
Tell the truth. No one would lie on the internet. I don't think people do that.
Exactly. And that's why when your parents get a call that, hey, they owed money from the tax department, they're more than happy to give them all their information. Credit card, passwords, address, phone number.
There's a thing now you can type in your, face or something. Type in your face.
Type in your face.
Just type in your face.
Okay.
And then something will tell you your footprint on the internet.
Okay.
I'm scared to do it. I saw it and I was like, I'm never going to do that. I don't want to know how much of my information is on the internet.
Your facial footprint.
Yep.
You got a weird fetish. Anyway,
type it in.
We're about to get things back underway, everybody. We've done a hot swap of the PC. Insani is back in the server. We have a tactical timeout called now by Rugger, coach of Astralis. The Danes are currently up 6-4. Already a good first half on their map choice. Buy round now to ensue from MIBR. And they need 2 on the trot going into the halftime break to tie things up 6-6.
And I'm going to say it now. That's the last tech pause of this series. Yep. Absolutely uninformed, but I crossed all my toes and fingers at the same time, and my eyes.
This is a hopeful man standing next to me.
Come on. Let's go. Satellite radio. Device boosted up, holding Con. They're going to be starting with a lean with the bomb as well towards the B side of the map. We'll see how Drop and Insani's duo handles this early questioning. Ooh, look at that for early info. Exit and Lakauzi flashed and audible perhaps to the mid players, but early answers on ramp. It's quite quiet.
And this is a rifle round. We were discussing positions before. It appears that Insani is playing over towards short. Lakauzi to be the connector player. Not right now with the setup looking a little bit more here, there, and everywhere.
Device is going to be coming down to timing as his teammates walk up with him. Eye to the scope, trying to post up into safe. Safe, actually a forward position on Con. Focus towards underpass as it stands. Smoke can be over. And yeah, Lakauzi not ready for that. Device, oh, what? Misses his second chance. Safe pulls us back into an even keel. 4-on-4. Block now, implies short. Yeah, Drop blinded. Good flashes here from Katie. And Insani, though, still gets his one. B is open for business. Yabi confirms it, plants the Astralis flag, and forces a save out of the remaining two.
It feels like it has to be. Safe can get his AWP. Problem is, next round's only 1900 loss bonus, so that will be the final round of the half, and the better of the two options. How are you meant to get stuck into a round like this? So, a lot of pack roll plays from Astralis, a lot of 4-1.
Yeah.
And able to pounce on their opportunity as Safe is string up Cat to have a look. There's a tag. Stown backing off. Safe, what are you getting up to? You need the gun, Chief.
Oh, you might not even get it. If Yabi somehow baits this shot with like a wide swing or a little jiggly wiggly.
Or a whiffly riffly.
Riffly. Hang on. Hold on. No, he's fine. He's not. I lied. 7-4.
And now he has $2,100.
Suboptimal.
Sounded like a lot if it was a game show.
Yeah.
And you'll be taking home $2,150. Oh dear, MIBR. 7-4, most likely 8-4 at the halftime break. A couple of pesky pistols, 2 MP9s, and an A1S in the hands of Exit that was saved. Tucked in towards Sandwich is Lacalzi.
They like this little ramp fight. There's a whole lot more than last time, though. Ooh, Cadian walking around a corner and punished for it. And negligent on the clear, and could have said the same for Stown, but at least he backs it up with a quick adjustment. Ooh, oh, so often overlooked is the Sandwich player. Lacalzi one, does some damage to another. Yabi bleeding down to just 2 points of health. There's a 3-on-3 chat. Who has the edge here? I'm trying to piece it together. The A site's open. They don't know it. Device posted CT.
It's just about the safety of the plant. So Device is probably going to have to drop that bomb across to Yabi, even though he's low on HP to plant the bomb. He can oversee CT spawn, but then Stair has to worry about jungle as well as connector/short, because you're going to want to open plant if you're Yabi. They smoke off jungle. Now he can focus for the short player and can't do it. Big shot from Drop. He doubles up.
Yeah, it's all onto one man. Device tasked with a clutch to close. Been a solid half, but this is asking an awful lot of him. Stown did it with a Mag-10, does actually drop into the site, feels more comfortable here. And now in trouble, in a lot of trouble with just 1 point of health as the bullets sail through. They find him. MIBR, they recover it. 5-7, 2-round advantage for Astralis as we swap sides. Let's see what the Danes have in store for us as we swap to the CT side. J1 Katowice 25. We have the best team in Denmark versus the best team in Brazil, right?
It's a team from Brazil.
Oh yeah, we just watched Pen Game play.
And Furia also.
Furia and okay. I just wanted to start the conversation.
But
right?
they are one of the best.
They are from Brazil.
And they're one of the best
actually,
teams
Freya asked them, and they put themselves at third.
That's fair.
Which is actually probably, it's good to be aware of your kind of your place in the world. And
you can always strive for something.
Yeah.
If you're at the top, it's a long way down.
Yeah, well, if you're first, I guess you strive to stay there. That's the hard part.
Look, winner of this plays 3D Max. Loser of this plays FlyQuest. And technical issue.
No, I promise.
No, but maybe you meant just that half.
Yeah, I do.
You meant just that half.
I did.
Because I saw the twinkle in your eye.
You knew what that meant.
And it just meant that half.
I'm glad you knew what that meant.
Yeah.
But no one left the server, so that's...
No, but it's Insani again. And we changed PC.
Okay, he's been cursed, I guess.
By you?
No, by the shaman.
Is it shaman or shaman?
I didn't know, so I just kind of stuttered. Shaman.
The shaman.
Shaman.
Okay.
Yeah, the Danish
shaman.
Yes, there's only a couple of them.
Is that like, do they play with the Druid or are they on Alliance? Because obviously Horde is...
Yeah, actually, originally it was a Horde exclusive.
Okay.
However, that changed in Burning Crusade.
Ah.
Yeah, but in Classic... Ooh, we got a banger here.
Now, Alex.
Yes.
We haven't been behind the microphones in a decent amount of time.
Yeah, so we've just been given the
Oh, he didn't give us a choice.
No.
He just said a fact.
Yeah, but it's cool that I know and they don't right now. How do you want to tell them?
We don't have to tell. Well, no, we should tell them.
We should tell them because it's like the caster start game type vibe. And
exactly.
I don't want to be blamed.
Do you want to tell them or should I tell them?
I want to give them the nitty gritty. Can we do it like you kind of say what happened and then I'll give you like the analysis? We'll role swap.
Okay. So everybody, as you may or may not have seen throughout this series so far, we've had a couple of technical issues. Device suffering one early, then Insani has had two. This will be the third. We've changed PC. We've done the whole restart situation. Now we're moving on to a new option.
They're swapping out his SSD. Now, I will give you a time estimate for that, approximately from the admins themselves, the tournament management staff. They believe and have approximated around a 10 to 15 minute swap-a-roo. Now, I don't think it takes them 10 minutes to put a new SSD
it's to set it up.
It's the whole fresh SSD
He needs to, first of all, he needs to get his config in, then he needs to get in Counter-Strike, he needs to make sure he's happy with it. They're going to have to be a bit of... so, for those people who aren't familiar, with these SSDs, what they do is all the players will send in their configs and stuff ahead of time, and they'll all be in a folder, and then you can go in there and you can grab it, and then they'll be able to... But he needs to set it up, make sure he's happy with his TeamSpeak button, all of that stuff. So that's going to take a little while. 10 to 15 minutes, I'd say, is probably max.
Well, you remember...
I do.
That folder with all the configs in it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if that's something you talk about. Maybe you don't.
What are you going to say? Have you been taking inspiration?
No, I was just saying, like, does that mean that all the players can see all the other players' configs, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. That's how certain commands were found at times.
But yeah, you want to look at what people are using.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, everyone's trying to geek it out.
Yeah, like zooming in on your radar and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not as bad as back in the day. In Source, there was like a DX level that you could set, and that
what?
DX...
Oh, DirectText thingy.
Yeah.
Like...
And it would mean that the flashbangs wouldn't affect you as much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We had ambient occlusion in...
This is Call of Duty,
in Pro Mod.
Yeah.
We had it so that you could see through smokes if you had a graphics card setting on.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, just to everybody who is in Twitch chat, YouTube, any other platform that we may stream on, I don't know all of them these days, you can either hang around or you can change the channel, because we also do have a secondary stream going on right now. Jason Moses O'Toole alongside of Adam Dinko Dinkerson, I believe is his official last name, or Hawthorne. You guys can pick is it Hawthorne?
Dinkerson.
Oh, okay. They're currently bringing you the action of Saw versus Gamer Legion. So if you want to sit and listen to Alex and I waffle about everything under the sun, you should hang around. If you want to go and digest Counter-Strike, you should go and check that out. If you want to go to the bathroom, if you want to quickly take your dog outside, if you want to make a cup of tea.
What's the story with this Agil and Shure?
So,
obviously it's not called Shure, is he? He's SHR.
We would probably call him SHR, wouldn't we?
I mean, I'm not sure.
His name's Jose.
He's 24. He's not like a young gun. He's not a young buck.
He's got that broccoli haircut, though.
Oh, man. Unnecessary hate on Wonderful's new trim, by the way.
You like the perm?
I don't. I mean...
You're a man with curls.
I'm naturally curly, and I'm not offended when someone artificially curls. But
do curls get the girls?
It depends what type. If it's with the whole free weights thing, no. But if your hair's curly,
yeah, okay, I understand.
Yeah,
I was talking more about the hair.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So where was I going? Agil. He was on the roster with Story, Aras, the Sweet Sweet Rice. It's so nice we named it twice, as well as Ujerks, and that is when they were known as FTW.
For the win.
And then that's when Story, Ujerks, and of course, I just said his name, Aras, they got poached to go over and join the likes of Roman and Muterus, right, to form the Saw that we know and love that's no longer together. Agil was part of that FTW roster. Now he's been brought over late, right? SHR, though, I'm not very familiar with him.
Okay.
So that one I can't offer you too much of. We also have the Gamer Legion team, which has Torsen, ZTI, and Slend. That's the trio that was left. They got rid of Volt, and Flammus got poached by VP. Rez gets brought in from NIP.
You chatted with Ash, right, for a bit?
Yeah, I did. I did a podcast with Ash, Mither, and...
yes.
Oh, we're going to show the B stream because we were talking about it. It doesn't mean we don't. And let's not have casters.
Because they can go to the stream.
They can go to the stream if they want to hear those guys. But we're going to stay here talking about things.
Oh, talking of Ash, I just wanted to ask, like, we surely, if he does it again, if after doing a surprise run with a roster you've only just kind of cobbled together after getting gutted the first time, you did it again and managed to make it through the Shanghai Major and do some...
make a reasonable run.
Yeah, if you do that again with another rebuild, surely the only person that... Not the only person...
Well, Ash gets a lot of credit.
Ash needs to be getting a firm handshakes.
Yeah, for sure.
A pay bump.
He definitely does. I think, you know, from anybody who is watching Counter-Strike at the highest level, Ash is as the individual over there at that camp that should be getting a lot of praise.
Seriously.
I think one of the factors that he discussed that was interesting, and you guys can go hear it from the horse's mouth if you listen to it, it's on the ESL YouTube channel. He was saying that the reason that they got rid of Vol is because other than Flammus and the roster previously, there was no players who had the natural inclination to be aggressive. So PR and Rez both bring a little bit more of that flavor.
Okay.
Whereas Flammus at times it was hard to constrain him, but they didn't have other players that would do it, so it was kind of a necessary evil in a way.
Yeah.
I'm starting to, you know, have my interpretation of this. And Ash was saying that he didn't want to do what they did last time with just having one player change and have this issue. He wanted to make sure that they could fix the issue with the team, which he said it sucks that they had to get rid of Volt, but they needed to make the change to be able to have the team function in the way that he had hoped.
Make it work.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see how Rez flourishes, or if he does, in no longer the NIP jersey. He was there for longer than Get Right or Forest, which is crazy when you think about that.
I'll tell you what's crazy is Ash has got nearly 900 maps coached for Gamer Legion. That's 4 years, 5 months of his tenure with the org. Now the longest standing member of the active Gamer Legion roster is Slend with 9 months.
Yeah, it's wild, right? It's a high turnover rate over there.
Yeah, understandably, you know, this has always been the case in competitive Counter-Strike, where there are some teams that just become, we call them farm teams, but you're just victims to poaching.
It's what MOUZ used to be, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. They've managed to kind of get themselves out of that. Through academy projects, but it is it's a natural lifestyle. I always had thought Epsilon, like back in the day, were also kind of a farm team.
Yeah, you're going back a while for that one, aren't you? Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's what happens. Used to be a part of Epsilon once upon a time. Did you get your little coin?
Yeah, but I didn't get a cool color. I thought that was happening, but that's apparently Season 2 exclusive.
Is this my coin? I can't see it. The radar's in the way. Do you remember how to minimize the HUD?
Alt-O.
Oh, thank you. Is that my coin?
You've got nothing. You've got a square.
It just says extraordinary.
Yeah, you are.
But is that because we're on the rollback version, maybe?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, but that would be my thing.
That would be your thing. But everyone's got the same thing, so is it really worth having the thing?
Yeah, because we all participated. It's, you know, it's about where we were in that point of history of Counter-Strike.
So just to clarify, Chad Birchall loves participation trophies. Is that...
No, that's not what I'm
learning
saying.
From this?
It's just a keepsake of our time together.
You're right. You're right.
What did we get when we went to the Valve office?
We got Steam Decks.
We did.
Yeah, that was cool.
I gave mine to my old man.
You did?
Yeah, well,
that's nice.
But I don't think he plays it.
It's a portable gaming device.
Yeah, but he's a boomer. I don't think he's playing. Like I put that. What's that game with that bold guy that Yanko played? It's a story game. It's
bold guy story game.
It's a big guy. Nah. It's like it's more mystical.
Who plays it?
Yanko plays those type of weird games.
He does. He likes those kind of games. I'm struggling here. I haven't played a single-player game to completion.
No, I don't like single-player games. I like beating other people, not the computer.
Yeah, Precisa Mundo.
Okay.
By the way, we should probably, it's about time we do one of those things where, hey, if you just tuned in, I know we're waffling, but we're waffling with the green light for waffle. It's a tech issue. We've had a bit of a struggle-some
tumultuous time.
Yeah, we have. And it was flawless in our first matchup, but for some reason, poor old Insani in particular from MIBR has been having some tech issues, and we're moving into the SSD.
We're getting him a new SSD.
Yeah, so just reformatting and all that. Ghibli shouldn't be too much longer.
Now, Alex used to sell solid-state drives.
I did. I had a period. I used to be, you know, if you were attending, I don't know, the Gadget Convention.
The Gadget
Birmingham.
Convention.
Yeah, the Gadget Show.
Was it called the Gadget Show?
I think so. It was
very
like
British.
Aligned with the Gadget Show. Used to love watching that.
Was Robot Wars on there? Or?
Oh, I wish. I wish.
I always wanted to build one of those robots.
Same. So very much.
That'd be so cool.
My, what is he? He's my granddad. That's what he's called. That's not what I call him, so I had to just, yeah. But my granddad, he's an electrician, and obviously I was obsessed with building robots.
My granddad was an electrician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sparky. But my old man, oh no, oh God, come on, Alex, he's a granddad. my granddad, yeah, he was good with electronics, and so I was like, can you build a robot with me? And then he gave me some basic electronics questions, and I failed miserably, and then we never talked about electronics again.
But you feel like from there he should have...
I had a curiosity.
That was the olive branch. He should have...
the curiosity, but he was just like quizzed me, and I was like, first year electronics student, and it wasn't good.
No, okay. Josh Nissan, aka Steel, he's reached in on the hotline, as you guys can too. He said God of War ? That's right.
That's the bold.
That was the bold guy. Yeah, I think my dad played that, and every time he got stuck at a boss, it was like, how do I do this? And I had to show him, and then I just ended up beating it. So it kind of sucked. It like he didn't.
No.
All right.
Trying to get non-gamers into games.
No, but he wanted to. He always wanted to be into the things that I was doing. Like, I remember I used to do the lame version of surfing, bodyboard, and you got the fins on, you lay down. It's more like the skatey version of surfing.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah. And then he would always come to the beach with me, and he started doing it too. And now he surfs every day.
Boom.
Well, not every day, but you know.
Yeah,
so that was good. But then he wanted to get into the game. I was like, oh, you're not getting into the gaming, bro.
Yeah, it's a big barrier to entry.
It's a tough one.
I was thinking about it as well. I was like, you know, maybe what's like a good on-ramp? Because like our parents don't even know how to like use a mouse and keyboard.
Oh my God, I had one at home. I couldn't believe it.
They can't do it, man.
I can't believe this one. So my mum she runs a business and stuff, and she was trying to work out, she had to have one window open, and then she wanted to do data input from another window. But she couldn't work out how to have two windows open side by side.
Right.
And I was like, I couldn't. I was
Did you try and like help her find the answer on her own? Did you kind of ask like leading questions like, what if we tried?
No, so first thing what I did was I showed them. I said, okay, this is what you can do.
Yeah.
And then I did like some tests. So I went through slowly and I went through all the steps, right, which was opening Chrome and then grabbing the tab and then dragging the tab. So now you have two windows and then you can resize it. And I did that and then I'm like, okay, now I want you to do it on your own.
Yeah.
And so intimidated to technology. It's like, it's not going to hurt you.
I know. It was about a 7-year project. My mum no longer like claims that the TV remote is too confusing. Like she can drive the television.
Yep.
Which is a great step.
It is a good step.
Computers next. Computers next.
It'll get there eventually.
Yeah, and actually we will be getting back into games hopefully very shortly.
Hopefully shortly.
I'm going to say hopefully because I was falsely confident. I do see someone back in the server, which is promising. Even people being polite. They're saying, welcome back.
I don't think Rare Atom are here.
Oh, it's a shame. I was hoping to see a bit more Rare Atom, a bit more Chinese Counter-Strike. Steel Helmet, obviously. Big names there.
Captain Mo. Okay, well, thank you for bearing with us. We should do a segment like, we'll talk about the radio stuff later. Ah!
Please, man.
Come on, man.
Please, man.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, let's do the slow fade. That's for, emotion.
So I want to say something because I'm not. I love speculation. In the past, when scenarios like this, I've had issues like this before, and the game would just keep hitching or whatever. It tends to be something in your config.
I had the same thought.
But the thing is, right now, how are we meant to identify what that thing is? Because think about all the different lines in that config, and we're going to have to go through what and troubleshoot them one at a time.
You know what he needs to do is he needs to have unbind all as the first line in his config because it could be an overlap.
That's a JKS Savage. Remember when you did that and then you had no keys bound because you didn't understand?
No, but what I didn't understand is somehow I couldn't swipe my mouse either. Unbind all removes everything.
You need the yours. The
yours. There was no yours.
Yeah.
I unbound everything in my config because I wanted to be cool like Chad and have an auto exec.
But now you have one. You fixed it.
I did.
And you didn't want to do it, but it took you, what, 20 minutes?
20 minutes, and it has probably saved me at least an hour.
Every time you sit down on the computer, you just whack it in, and away you go. Bob's your uncle.
I had a moment of weakness. I came back from the break, Chad, and after having such a good end of the year, highest elo I've ever been on Face It, I'm fragging, I'm not useless anymore. It was good. It was cool. And then I came back after a hiatus. I've left the PC. It feels a bit like my sense feels slow, and I sit back. I'm like, ooh, Counter-Strike feels weird. I'm bad. And I changed my sensitivity.
Oh.
Yeah, but
by how much?
I went from 0.85 on 800 to 1. I wanted to be like Monacy.
Okay, that's a TV show.
Yeah, eventually. But yeah, I only lasted a day. It was a moment of weakness.
Then what, is it throwing you out?
It did. No, I went straight back to 0.85 and it felt good. But I had when you have a DM session and you've changed your sense and you're like, oh, it's so much better. I'm so active. But you don't take DM fights in matches. So I just felt like the micro adjustments were getting harder. I went back to what I know. How low sense are you? What do you rock?
I did turn mine up. I do increments of 0.2 or 0.02.
Oh, tiny increments.
Yeah, just to be, but the thing that I would do, because everybody's probably been here before if they play a lot of Counter-Strike, is sometimes you start to take your crosshair for granted, right? Because you're just going through the motions a lot of the time with the duels. You want to make sure that the crosshair focus is one of the key points. So what I would do is I would do left-hand change, because that's enough of a throw off to the eye for you to be like, okay, something's very different, and then you have to focus on that a little bit more. Now, because I have in-game leader brain, you're always focused more on rotations or helping your teammates, and you need to be focused on your crosshair, because at the end of the day, Counter-Strike's about shooting people in the head.
Still on the kind of chunky monkey, or you want a tiny little cross? Have you gone granddad crosshair, or are you?
No, it's small. It's got the dot. I have it with dynamics so that the spread changes and stuff when you're shooting.
That's because I ended up with your crosshair for a bit. It's horrible. I couldn't use it for as soon as you start spraying, there's just 4 dots, tiny little dots you have to be able to see, which I don't have the vision for anymore. But I tell you now, I'm thinking about going back to a proper Apex granddad crosshair.
Okay.
Just because the little cross is great, and all it takes is one fight where you don't have the specifics, you're aiming for just a pixel, the tip of the head on that long peak on Ancient or something, and then you're going to want to have the micro crosshair. But I think there's perks to the big boy as well.
Monacy's in chat.
Is he? The real Monacy?
He has 2.3 on 400. So I think, when you said you were going to 1 on 800.
3. Oh, he's even faster than I realized.
Yeah.
I thought he was a 1-1-1.
Yeah, so he's in the chat. And
is it the Woo I'm thinking of?
I don't know, but either way, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just interested.
He's in here. He's in here chatting.
That's cool.
Yeah. What else would I...
Iwoo is the 400 too, yeah.
Okay. There was something else that you had just perked up in my brain.
Hoi.
Rattled around in the locker. We're talking about sensitivity.
Sensitivity, changing your crosshair, dynamic crosshair. Monacy's guy, player.
Monacy is a guy.
He is.
That's all right. We're going to just go with a different tangent, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, on the Reels recently, I know that's the boomer version of the TikToks.
Yeah, so you're 6 months behind.
Yeah. But there's been this it's second date update or something. I don't know if you've seen this. So it's from an American radio show. Well, it could be Canadian, but I think it's American. And I think that's quite dated. This content is probably from the radio within half a decade ago or something crazy. Wow, are we ready to go?
Hey, that's that guy.
Hold up a second.
Chad, I'm not getting excited until I see oh, I don't know, man.
Well, hold up. What if we have a moment of silence?
Yeah, okay.
Wait.
Hold on.
He's still moving. It's on.
Locked on ramp. Full A commit for this pistol. Waiting for that smoke to fade. Drops Q to deploy as util has come. Flashes better be good. Device is going to be ready for this engagement. He's blinded off. Good work. Good flash. Good opening. And MIBR sailing into the A site. Down spams. Nothing connects. A 5 versus 3. make this just a one-round game. Exit extends their advantage. Nothing for Cadian to do with that incendiary. What is that? Oh, that's his Kevlar. Ooh. I thought there's some bendy dual Berettas in the wrong place. That's his Kevlar vest.
Some bendy dual Berettas?
Yeah, I don't know. For a second, I was like, what is this?
Oh, no, don't knife him. He turned around. He heard you. He worked it out. He got the kill. Still going to be the round, splitting pistols. So, as you mentioned, a one-round game. Great utility usage there from Drop, right? The smoke wall's fantastic, but it's the flashes. Both of them were in the feed as part of the assists. So, facilitating and converting as Cadian, gooshed, but still gets a kill on his way out the door, hangs around for a little bit more, and it'll just be Yabby, the last man standing. So here's the flash again, Device just going wide, trying to make something out of this. Safe gets the kill, and then, yeah, you can see the flash assist in the feed as well, and then Exit even one pipping through the smoke. Exit had a pretty tough half, Alex. Don't look at the ADR on our HUD.
I shan't.
All right, Force Bite for Astralis. 2 scouts. One for Cadian, one for Device. Deagles for the rest, and some smokes. Waiting for the CTs to make the first move are MIBR. Heavy part of the attack over towards the B apartments. Bomb on the back is Safe, having to deal with the A push. He's going to regroup with the rest of his team. 3 players burrowed in. Device to take first contact with the scout. Stare. Duck down towards Van. Pop his head up and assist. And then Yabby over towards the short position.
I feel like this setup has potency if they do just commit blind. It's an if, though. With drop out mid, it's going to give them some pivot opportunities if he does go searching, if he is proactive. But smoke window is the first step. The Katowice starts to activate through under. Okay, so they will go through the protocols of middle as well.
Time's going to be the biggest issue. There's only 40 seconds left, and it's going to be the go. So if they get stalled on B, they just have to go. They have to commit.
Hits a heady here. It gets awkward quick. And he hasn't. Opportunity presented itself, but unable to connect. Nice work from Yabby. Oh, and now Stare as well. The stack is working. Astralis find the majority. Bomb is on their bomb site. It's falling through the fingers of MIBR. Lekowski's disconnected. Safe already tagged up.
That's one of the rounds.
Perfectly.
Yeah, I really, really hate to see is they're still going to try and kick up a fuss here, but the bomb down, they're just going to have to hold on to the guns. These are the type of rounds that I don't like to see, because it was inaction. They didn't really do anything, right? They took the mid control super late within the round. As mentioned, it doesn't give them... Oh, after time... Worth the sacrifice. It's just overall a bad approach from MIBR. You didn't search out any info. You didn't force them to do anything. And then by the time you attempted to, you only have one choice left in that moment anyway. So I really don't like the way that they approached that round whatsoever. So, yeah, those frustrations of getting dropped out of the server time and time again. You win the pistol, you lose the force. You're going to force fight back of your own, but this thing feels like it is slipping out of the grasp for MIBR. We have Ancient coming up next, and Train is the third and deciding map if we need to get there.
Did you catch those Train games at Bounty?
Yeah, that was really my main point. That's what I just wanted to watch Train meta. Like the first stage of it, online Counter-Strike.
Sure. Just in case you've forgotten.
It doesn't get spoken about enough.
It doesn't, you're right, yeah. This year we will make a much more clear distinction between ourselves. Okay, I like the little boost to punish, but Stown does too. He's just spammed away at the base of that totem.
My footstool breaks.
Yeah, horrible. Bit embarrassing. And Safe with 35 points of health, he's going to go looking. There's so many fights available to him. The window can peek, short is active, there's a player behind that smoke as well. So thinks twice about overcommitting to that. Will play his life. He has the only rifle. Likely going to want to see, make sure that stays in his teammates' hands. Make sure it's at least retrievable. And I like this proactive re-aggress here from Stown. He's got support.
Because he gets this information, they can now bolster the sites. They know it's going to be an extremity play. So we can have 2 players over towards A, 2 players over towards B.
And then what does he start cooking a flank, or he waits for him?
He can do, right? He can be reactionary. Either way, you should know on the bomb sites is likely. And well, they have more information. Cadian's just cheating over towards the A side as well. So they should have everybody here, Astralis, to deal with this.
And a quick flank on down. This is, I mean, this is perfect. There should be no way MIBR get into the bomb site here. Insani makes a strong case, though, in combination with Drop. He needs another. Stair is on the site. One bullet would have done it. Lives on, hits a banger, finishes off safe with the D. Can he keep it clean? It's just exit, ring around the rosy. Gets the first of the 1 versus 3. Bomb does go down. Yabi and Stown looking to shut this dream down. Exit. Did him out. Oh my god, he isolates the jewel. It's the Stown flank to secure it. Gets closer than I'm sure Astralis would have liked after the fantastic triple out of Stair.
A little bit costly, but still, that will be the 9th round converted. Bomb goes down. Loss bonus coming into play means we will likely see some upgraded pistols for MIBR. Or do they really want to fight for this economic control? Because you could go for a Tech 9 Mac 10 execute round, which, hey, if you can win that back, then maybe, just maybe, you can win the economy game and draw things ever closer to Astralis. The most likely option, I would say, is to take the save. But it looks like, as we see, Astralis hit their 3rd of 3 tactical timeouts in regulation. There are some investments coming forth for MIBR. There has been an AK-47 invested upon. It's currently in the hands of Exit, who's rocking it without head armor. So it's a hero AK to continue to... No, he sold it back. I'm glad he did that. Oh, no.
Oh, indecision.
So they are fighting for financial control. This is an all-in shove for the game. MIBR lose this, I don't think we'll be seeing them get any rounds.
Interesting. I mean, it doesn't look too bad on like when you see what they're working with, but especially the sacrifices of utility.
It's mainly the sacrifice of head armor for Exit.
True, true.
Let's watch the way Exit dies. Obviously, don't stand him. He's an extremity player,
yeah,
but if we can watch his head explode like a watermelon to a single bullet of a A1S.
Yabi. Standard start. Jump spotting apps. Stair jump spotting ramp. Trying to get that information safely.
They're playing retake A, Astralis. That's indicated by Stair's position. They're hedging B. That's indicated by Device already playing over towards market. And there's really no reason for them to be worried about too much else. There hasn't been many sound cues. The util isn't there. Maybe they think they're dealing with a pistol upgrade or an eco round of some sort. Yet to really get the information of the type of buy that they're up against, but...
Oh, they're going to boost to try and find Stown searching window. They're not going to find much.
He might find them.
Ooh, I tell a lie. Wow, great work from Lekowski there. A little bit of revenge from the previous round. This time he's the one spamming Stown. And yeah, retake A, it's going to be tested. An interesting smoke, very powerful. Slows the clears of these T's into the A side, tries to delay.
He's got no support currently.
Oh, they've got the full site. And Lekowski's actually extended their advantage. This full shove, as you highlighted, has worked wonderfully to at least get those opening 2.
Now might be Astralis
round, yeah.
Wow. All that is because of the one death of Stown. Stair was always playing retake A. Now it's just about holding on to these guns. What a crazy little turn of events that was. It really didn't feel like an awful lot happened.
Because it didn't. I mean, even for Stown, like you can't really fault the decision making. He's just lost out to a very well-placed crosshair from Lekowski there.
Yeah, important. Right, if he's not covering that, both of them fall.
Yep, a different round entirely. And it's such a crucial juncture of the game as well.
Well, they do hold on to 2 M4s and an AWP, or at least they should. No point putting your head in the vice right now as they do continue to tussle. It's likely to see something light on Yabi and Stown unless there are some sacrifices made. Katie might want to drop it over to one of his more star players. But it's this one right here. So what does he catch?
I can't see a thing.
Oh, just as he stood up as well.
Wow. Completely, like, you know, accidental. He's just trying to be the footstool. Yeah, Stown, I mean, frustrating death. It's not even, like I said, by his fault. It's just praise to Lekowski. Incredible good eyes on that. You know, it's easy as well when you're doing the boost to be kind of lazy on your crosshair focus, but he wasn't.
We might see this really ramp up a gear. MIBR win this round. It has to be a Astralis eco. Should be able to tie things up 9-9. And there have been some close moments. We've just been stalled out by these technical timeouts. So there's still legs in this. MIBR are just so risk averse. Like they're not doing standard like mid tussles. They're not doing the cat and the window smoke and playing ahead of it and fighting early for the mid control. They're giving the space over to the Danes. Right now, this could be a good call. Look how worried they are because they haven't been playing for... You're mowing the kitchen. There's information to get the rotation. So it's drawn bodies over. The bomb... But now backpedaling. So MIBR, they're in the dark.
Are they scared?
What? Well, I don't know if they're scared. But either way, they're calling from the darkness.
Yeah.
Like, think of Fog of War if we were playing Warcraft 3 or something. You don't know where the enemy base is.
And yeah, it's going to be... rather apparent, rather quick. As you get blocked on Palace, you're channeled through ramp. Stair swings off a flash of Stown. Exit, good reaction. Stown at least trades onto Insani or catches one of those ramp aggressors. There's info, there's at least another, maybe two. Yabi's in so much trouble with just a dig. It's not perfect, not idyllic for his defense of the A site. Bombs maneuvering in, safe.
11 seconds.
And we are going to see this plant surely get disrupted. It's so hectic. You need to plant now. They can't stop it. Both from CT trying the Hail Mary wallbang. Lakowski keeps it safe and the nade will finish the job. All right, we've got a game here, folks.
At least
Tied up.
At least they're playing on their own terms and tempo.
I suppose.
But it's so risky late. Like early there's no risk, but late, think about all of the things they have to worry about. Some good shooting. The clock's against you. 8, 7. Bomb getting picked up. Has to be planted immediately. Well, there's the eco. Some crazy things have happened, but this one does feel like it's outside of the realms of possibility.
Yeah, you'd have to have one crazy good idea here. I don't think USP pushing underpass is going to catch Lakowski off guard, but a well-placed flashbang could. Ooh. Another, it gets awkward. Exit, stands his ground. Valiant defense of his honor there and holds onto his AK as well. Just dips away. Ooh, a chance for Device.
Catch that.
Real opportunity for Device. Had he hit that first bullet, he would have finished it on the second engagement. Instead, it's a triple kill from Exit and he gets away with his life. He's given the gift of Safe's AWP, given the low HP.
All right, well, Stown's been able to scavenge back that M4. I wonder if it's in his better interest to save it. Drop will clear his corners and does finish off the kill. So it is just the one-man standing. Stown gets the duel, gets some damage, but that's about it. Now his position will be noted. They will be able to triangulate this and make sure he is dealt with in due course. As there you...
Oh, I like the nade idea. Just unable to find Safe closing that gap.
Okay, well, the buyback in for Astralis now. Now, Astralis have already burnt their tactical timeouts. They don't have any more up their sleeve. It would have to be MIBR calling one for them to be given the good graces of a conversation with Rugger. And we're now down the home stretch. Exit did well there. He was under a lot of pressure. I know it's just against light pistols, but still, if he goes down, that's 2 rifles given over. Maybe a completely different round. This time, aggression. Something early from MIBR.
Here we go. It's cost him a great deal of chip damage. That HE landed square between 3 of them. It's definitely much more moving pieces early here. Lakowski into the con smoke. Into the con smoke, straight presents the back of his head, a gamble into Yabi. Yabi receives him comfortably. The setup looks potent. Little less so now. Insani, great tap, removes Stare. Device is the unknown entity here. You may not be expecting another player already tucked dark.
Especially because you've taken down the A anchor of Stare. So Device should be the window player, contributing over towards middle alongside of Stown and Yabi.
He's staying active as well. No fear.
I guess it got very quiet and they need some form of information or room in this 4v4. So Burrow's in deeper. Can help inform Cadian's calls within this mid-round. 48 seconds left on the clock. Bomb to be scooped. And after what was a more aggressive, staunch start from MIBR, now turns into another one of these crawls that will be a late finish. The key position is drop in vent room. He's going to be calling them into a B split now. He will likely activate as the second piece once the information comes through from his B defenders, but we'll have to worry about getting caught on Cat in the back by Yabby.
Stan's in a very powerful position. Yeah, and he gets the perfect timing on that. Just uncrouch, checks it out. Now Cadian rewarded as well. It's perfect for Astralis, only safe. 1 versus 4, now 3. Cadian doesn't need to swing. His elbow betrays him, but luckily gets away from that orb shot. Trying to run him down, safe, trying to save his AWP. Looks like he'll get away from the wall bangs. And Rugger's going to be happy to see double digits on the board for Astralis. MIBR have come in with a bit of a point to prove. This T side has been kept pretty dead even after a 7-5 lead for Astralis after our first. After a sequence of 3 consecutive T rounds here from MIBR. This one starts off with a Yabby opening, and this is the Stown close.
Yeah, just catching a bit of a timing there. And again, the clock really being run down late. It's worked for MIBR in some rounds, and it's gone against them in others. Same start, out mid, looking for the biff.
Get out of there, Cadian. Spotted on his cross. Ooh, mantling up, device inaccurate. Good punish, back traded by Stown. Safe as quick on the scope. Removes Stown as well to keep MIBR with a man advantage. Looking like B is wide open for the taking here. Yabby a bit late to clearing out mid. He's abandoned B.
It's about how they fortify this post plant. Still smokes to work with for the T side to block off, and it might just have to be the save for Astralis.
Yeah, and Cadian smoke doesn't achieve what he was hoping in keeping.
Oh, there's a kill here for Drop.
Good reactions.
This is good if they can take away all the rifles. Look at the finances of Astralis. Still not great. So they are going to have some issues going forward if they do remove these rifles here, MIBR. Cadian and Stare over towards Palace to hold on to their investments. But otherwise, we tie things up again. This one going back and forth down the stretch. Unable to separate themselves from one another just yet. And we still potentially have 2 maps of Counter-Strike to go. So this series has been quite drawn out. And then after that, 2 more games on this mainstream. Same to be said for the secondary.
Terrorists win.
What's the most exciting matchup in the next batch?
Eternal Fire is playing today, aren't they?
Yes, Complexity, Eternal Fire. That should
Yeah, and Heroic versus Liquid is a rematch from one of the online matches where Heroic did take down Liquid in Bounty. So that one's exciting too. See if Liquid can enact revenge.
Nerds up against his old, well, I was going to say roster, his old organization.
Coach and teammate of Sampaius once upon a time.
That's true. Ooh.
So a couple of parallels there.
Well, there's a gift for Astralis. Rugger is given the liberty to get back on the mic for 30 seconds, courtesy of MIBR.
And those saves did come in handy. They've been able to drop rifles across. Everyone's been able to invest. And that round right there, when MIBR went for the fast mid control, Astralis decided to contest, which made sense. They had a player connector, they had 2 players short, and they had a player window, but they didn't strike in unison. So that's where it was a little bit more troublesome. Do they do it again? Or do we go back to a pace change from MIBR?
Let's find out.
And well, this time it won't just be the Lear out mid and take that early fight. Vent boost, Cadian on B. We'll have Yabby supporting from ladder, Stown and connector, Device the swingman, and Stare already tucked in towards A. Oh, there you go. AWP has been noted. Can't really use that on the CT side for an awful lot. At least it's early info. Safe was searching for a B pick, denied by Cadian's flash and rerouting to look elsewhere. But this is now just a passive default spread from MIBR. Back to spawn late, a window smoke lined up. How do we connect? Oh, we missed the window. Oh, the connector one landed. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Just let the window smoke go a little early.
Still, you know, drawn eyes.
Everywhere Safe is gone. There's been a utility. First a flash, now a smoke blocks his setup. Insani smoked off Palace. It won't last forever. 40 seconds though, the clock again becoming a factor in these MIBR T rounds. They're going to have to try and pull it off again, right down to the wire. into a 3-man stacked site, Chad. This is looking, despite the man disadvantage, favorable for Astralis if they hit the first. Oh, he can't. Insani, just a crouch peek, a crab with a Kalashnikov. Fine step. Oh, that sounded good. That sounded real good. Down with an insta-deletion, drop down, and just a flurry of frags across the map. Cadian found the lurker as well at the same time. Missed shot, awkward. Need exit to hit something, and does what his teammate couldn't. Down, bomb open and denied. It's gonna be a very comfortable ride. Astralis make it 11. Safe didn't have the help or the chance to close the gap on Cadian in that 1 second window. Hunting open, and so Astralis just 2 rounds away from taking our first map.
Down to the wire again, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, imagine having like...
an extra 10 seconds?
10, 15?
At this point, 28 seconds that kill comes
Smoke
through.
just faded.
And a big one from Stound and Device both contribute. You highlighted it well. Cadian hanging around on B to deal with the pesky Lakowski lurk. In that moment, you have to go for the plant. You don't have another choice because of the clock situation. But who's got the better buy?
There we go. Insani's been given a bit of freedom, and look how good it looks on him. Opens up, takes down the A anchor once more, and is given it by Stound. Quick plant, though. This is a lot quicker. Oh, drop saves himself. Really great decision-making and aim there. Catches Cadian attempting to punish the fast plant, gets off it, gets his crosshair. Bang on the money. Ooh, wow, great work from Stound. He's having a great game, isn't he? Good form so far in 25. 22 frags and counting.
You should be dead, Lakowski. This should be your kill. You've already snuck through in towards window.
You're right. He is the unknown entity here, but Device. First victim, quick response, down tucked. Down tucked! What a shot, Lakowski! Such great aggression, he finds them all! Triple from Lakowski to tie us up even. 11 pinching pennies.
There's definitely been an evolution of MIBR. Or maybe how they're using Lakowski, I think, is probably the key factor, because they had Breno before, right? Lakowski comes in. I don't think they were using him as comfortably as what he would have liked. You're seeing him get away with these pesky lurks. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not, but he's found himself quite impactful. And that one right there is a massive triple kill to lock things down and break the money of the Danes. This one's got overtime written all over it.
Yeah, I'll be given the unenviable task of solo holding B on an eco.
How does Lamausi sound?
Not bad.
It's from Twitch chat.
Oh, I mean, that's
where the funniest people in the world
It's true. It's true.
I think all of them are probably comedians. They probably do some stand-up.
It is true. I mean, I think that's just the power of, you know, community. Is if you're all...
the hive mind, collectively creating...
You're all on the same wavelength. And we're all on the same wavelength. This is the 12th for MIBR, right? That's cool.
It's quite difficult to manufacture a scenario where that wouldn't be the case.
No. I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neither does Cadian. Well, that's 1 map point for MIBR. An opportunity to avoid that overtime that's apparently written all over this. But looking at Astralis' buy, Chad, regardless of the full eco, it's still going to have compromises.
There's some huge worries here. I think contextually speaking, the fact that this is Astralis' map choice,
yeah, that's true.
Problematic. Next is Ancient, still a map Astralis like, but could be getting done 2-0 for MIBR. So the fact they've been able to dig deep, put themselves in this lead, as I said, it's got overtime written all over it. These are the type of rounds that are scrappy, messy.
See if Drop can call like an inspired round as well. So early info for Stair confirms ramp is quiet.
He's been getting bullied by Insani over towards A in a few of these rounds, so needs to make sure he's the one setting the tempo.
It's a powerful position, very hard to catch Stair off without the shadow advantage. You can just spot you ahead of time, throw out the smoke and block any sort of late A play. Doesn't seem it's going that way though.
Worst case, indecision late. We've already seen them trip up in some of these scenarios, or the possibility to do so because they've activated a little bit late as there's a con smoke to be lobbed out from exit. He's going to then get the window through. I think his will hit the mark.
10 points.
So that with confidence, didn't I? Now they're out mid. Island box flashes, scaling up Cat. B split on the docket.
Yeah, 50 seconds. Just a little tight. Especially if Yabi disrupts. One and done. That's important. Exit finds two, nearly a third on the rotation of Stown. Good read of the situation. Stare. Oh, actually, Cadian in so much trouble. Molotoved into the open. MIBR just need 2 more kills, and it's being disrupted again by Stown. Such a problem. Such a nuisance. 20 seconds. More damage inflicted by Stown before he falls. Katowice can plant here. Stare revealed his position with that HE, is going for the round the world maneuver, hoping to fake out Katowice, but with that smoke down, it might...
He's read this.
He's perfectly read it. Oh, you're not ready for this? Yeah, no! It doesn't matter with aim like that. Stare shuts it up. Secures overtime. We will see more rounds on Mirage.
I told you it had overtime written all over it.
So obvious.
And that's exactly where we find ourselves now. Locked at horns, 12-12. Now it's about to be MR3.
This was a valiant attempt from Exit. Had he finished off the job on Stown, he would have seen a much more comfortable round here. This is Stown just, what is this? Second frag. Oh. And Sony has all the advantages in the world on that, knows where he is. He's not looking at him, has a better gun, and still Stown bests him. Mad form we're seeing out of Stown to start.
Well, the financial pressure has been alleviated as we turn into overtime. Both Orpus, Safe, and Device with their primary weapons of choice. M4's invested upon, AK's the same. A 2-1-2 start from the defense, so quite a standard players. Device will usher Stare in for this aggression. Wanting to make sure that he's not just going to continue to get picked apart at the seams by Insani. It's Exit dealing with ramp, as Katowice makes his presence known towards underpass. Another standard default spread, going through the paces, making sure there's no CT hijinks. There's aggressive maneuvers, jumping into underpass, aggressive top mid control. They're allowing Astralis to make the first move. Again, regrouping late for the window and connector smoke. Nice little tutorial for everybody here playing at home.
Wonder what his Q is.
Okay, well, there you see, landing in place. Cadian actually drops back and trying to run down on this. Over towards B, there is pressure.
It's pressure, but it seems like it's all fakery.
Well, was the bomb spotted? Because look at the rotation. They completely evacuated the A site. Now they've gotten the memo that, hold up, it's not a B finish.
Now Insani, what a spray! Brings down the AWPer, Device watching from the sidelines. An important trade from Stare. Anchors now from Dark.
Stare heard steps at A ramp. He heard steps at A ramp.
They know what's up. Stare gets flashed in. Drop hits the headshot. Exit good for the first as well onto Stown. And it's just fallen apart for Astralis. Piece by piece, they drop. Team ace from MIBR.
Okay. So Drop's been quite tricky with this calling, right? Because you can see, I think they showed the bomb B apartments on that initial exchange. I say initial. Obviously, we're talking more within the mid-round tip. Bomb gets shown, mid-smokes land. You're probably thinking they're going for a B split.
Right.
They drop out of the A site. Device is in a position where now he has to worry about, well, nobody has window, nobody has connector, they haven't actually committed B, A ramp, and Palace are all options. He gets caught in the open by another Insani incision.
Yeah, I think we caught it from Device's POV. You could see his uncertainty just by with the way he's unscoping, worried about ramp. I have to look at con. I don't know where they are.
Just a lack of info, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is actually.
Now this is our clean feed view, everybody. This one is experimental as well. We'll be taking feedback on this as well. Let us know what you think.
Cadian, ooh, missed chance. The flashes were good enough to save them on their advance. A quick B. Lovely diversity to the calling right now for MIBR. He can't hit a shot. Drop, good peek around the smoke. Safe builds upon it. The round shaping up nicely. A 5 versus 3. Now 2 Astralis. Barely get a chance to play the round. In fact, Device didn't. Just hanging out on A, listening to that round go wrong.
This is where the style that MIBR have brought really gets to come to fruition, right? They're playing pace changes now. Like early when it was quite static, and especially against anti-ecos and whatnot, or anti-forces, and then they're operating late, it can really come back to bite you in the ass. But now you can see them turning that up a notch, and a good patch of calling here to give them what is going to be a 2-round lead. Device doing everything he can to retain this AWP.
They just invested into a double AWP. Oh, Device. Oh, so close. 5 HP on him. The Kowsy was on his way as well. Very unlikely he gets away with that, but a couple of extras.
It had to be exits, and exit to get the final kill.
Of course, of course.
Now, what do you guys want to know? We can give you all the information at home. You're on a little bit of a delay, so we'll feel like what info we should tell you. Because you guys can't see it, we can.
What's this? This might be the 6th time.
Now, this could be because of us.
Yeah, it might be.
We'll take this one.
Yeah.
Not you and me. We're the collective we.
Yeah, the we.
It's like the they.
Royal we.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dorps didn't work. A fast B now out of MIBR. We're starting to see that diversity after a... Is that like the more foolproof approach where you start with more like methodical, slow mid-round finishes, and then you can like it goes either or.
It's pick your poison. Like imagine if you started with more like aggressive biffy mid controls, and they gave the respect on middle, and you kept taking it for free and early. So now there's so much more pressure. They got to drop the con smokes earlier,
all of that.
And then that's okay. So I was like, okay, guys, we can't just keep giving them mid for free. So then the change for the cities is let's fight for mid. So you start fighting for mid, and then when you start fighting for mid, they sit back. So now you're modeling top mid box, you're flashing forward, you're nading top cat. Well, now we used all our nades earlier, and they're not here, and now they take the control late. And it's like, okay, hold up. Well, let's play heavy A and B setup. So now you're playing, a guy on ticket with the AWP over towards Connect. You're playing close pass. You're playing close A ramp. You got 2 guys set up on the B side. Now they take mid control for free, and they have utility to execute on you.
Yeah, whichever way you cut it.
Counter-Strike, baby. We've been notified that we might have a bit of a 5-minute pauser. So we'll keep you guys updated. But right here, right now, just chill out. Put your feet up. Take your shoes off. Get the dogs out.
Get them out.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
It's quite a big deal for me. I'm starting to be,
Feet are a big deal for you.
Love feet. Love them. But no, I've actually moved into the next stage of adulthood where I now wear house shoes.
I'm out.
Listen, I know your Australian DNA doesn't allow it. No, I'm telling you, they're like breathable. I've got quite bad circulation in my toes. Get quite cold feet in many ways. But yeah, these are little house shoes. I put them on, instantly dropped to 30. I haven't taken them off since. I'm telling you, man, it's like I toggled on. Toggle the slippers on.
I can't embrace the
Have you tried? Have you at least tried?
Even house socks gives me the
Whoa. Yeah, I mean...
Do you sleep in socks?
You're walking around the house barefoot, yeah?
I'm walking everywhere barefoot if I can.
Would you wear a barefoot shoe?
No. That's a Moses play.
It is such a Moses.
Isn't it?
It's probably better for you. And you like to walk around barefoot, but you don't want to get like nails in your foot or like glass or something. So that's like a perfect middle ground. Actually, technically...
No, I'm not having it.
Okay. Because you don't want to look like a twat.
Shoes are a new invention.
Well, yeah, that's why we're all walking funny now, and we're all got loads of problems with our knees and stuff.
Precisely.
We're supposed to be walking barefoot.
Exactly.
So that's why barefoot shoes are actually like technically the right shoe to wear. They just look silly. They just look like
I'm telling you,
sideshow
when I'm in Australia, and I would never do this in Malta, mind you.
Yeah. Fair.
And I'm walking down to the beach.
You do?
I'm going barefoot.
The whole way?
Well, it's only 500 meters.
Yeah, okay, show off. But that's still ambitious. I feel like you get a flip-flop at least.
Nah.
What?
Barefoot.
Okay.
And then you just walk straight.
Chat, am I losing my mind?
This is all you have, right? I've got my towel.
Are you barefooting in public?
In Australia, we are.
Question.
Yes, we do.
The supermarket?
We do.
Dogs out, supermarket.
Yeah, 100%.
In the veg aisle. You've got like exposed carrots and oranges.
100%.
Wow. I feel like we'd probably call the police on you in Europe. If there was a barefooted man walking around the supermarket, we'd straight up call the authorities.
You drive to the shops. You just get out of the car. You
drive barefoot. You're on the pedals.
Why not?
Toe to pedal. Crazy to me. It's crazy.
You guys are out of control. Now, people at home, here's what I want. Type 1 in chat if you want to stay on camera shots of the teams and players currently on the main stream, or type 2 in chat if you want gameplay of what's going on the B stream. We'll be collecting those votes now over the next 90 seconds. We're going to start the clock.
Starts now.
Boom, boom, boom.
We've kind of got the music already.
Oh yeah, sorry everybody. I've started a timer. I've taken 15 seconds off though. So.
Okay.
Taking a look. I am looking quite intently at Twitch chat right now.
Okay, there's a lot of like Aussies seeming to agree with you. Yeah. Okay, nasty AF. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Nothing, like, particularly wrong with a foot. Like, I don't have any weird problems. Some people don't like feet. Some people really like feet. I'm just, like, in the middle.
Just a part of the body. Okay,
Yeah.
seeing a lot of ones, some twos.
Twos.
Okay.
Was 2 look at the game or look at the face?
Two was look at B stream.
Okay, well, let's do that then.
Well, I think there's more twos than ones.
Yeah. So we look at B stream then. What was it? It was Saw.
The twos have it.
Saw GGL.
All right, if we could please, production, head over to take a look at what's going on between Saw and Gamer Legion. Well, I guess we'll give you a recap of what happened on map number 1. Not that we watched it.
No, I have it in front of me if you'd like.
I would love it.
Gamer Legion take map 1 was Nuke. It looks like it was a 13-11 scoreline after a 7-5 half. We went 6-6 in the second. So very close. Looks like the first...
Saw's map pick, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like it was the clutches that differentiated the winner there.
Okay.
Saw with 0 clutches and with 3 going Gamer Legion's ways does imply that Gamer Legion had some impact clutches there. Taking a look at the scores as well. I'm a bit of a Torsen stan. I think he
Oh, you like the Torsen?
He puts in a good shift for the squad.
Okay.
One of the only recognizable names, of course, Slend and ZTR sticking around.
What about Rez? He's pretty recognizable.
He's new though, isn't he? In that Gamer Legion jersey. I'm excited for him. I feel like it's going to be a breath of fresh air. Or a fresher breath air, whichever way you want to say it.
Water under the fridge.
Water under the fridge, which happens quite often when you're kicking ice cubes. You know
I remember I was dating a girl once, and she had lizards and a snake, and the snake got out, and it was under the fridge.
That's a unique issue.
There was a constrictor as well.
It's a constrictor under the fridge.
And she's trying to pull it out from under the fridge.
Better than under the pillow, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that never mattered.
Allow that, man.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
Snakes just give me the GB-heebies.
Same as spiders for people.
Yeah, I'm weird about that.
You're not allowed to kill the snakes in Australia?
Huh?
My old man told me that if that we found a snake on the property or whatever, we couldn't just cut its head off with a shovel.
What? Snakes have rights.
Apparently. Which I couldn't believe. I'm like, we can't just kill a brown snake, one of the most deadly snakes in the world.
What?
Nah, you gotta call in a snake guy.
Nah, the snake guy.
Yeah, so I guess
there's a snake union who's pretty strong over there.
Well, yeah, I don't know why they have such... I guess we just like wildlife.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of that going on.
I went down I saw dolphins when I was down swimming in the ocean.
I'm off dolphins now. I thought they were cool and friendly and sweet, but they've got a nasty side, man.
Don't we all?
Yeah, of course. But dolphins are like bullies, apparently. They're the bullies of the sea.
Bullies of the sea. Yeah, I could see them being terrors.
Yeah.
What else did I saw? Stingrays.
I've always admired the stingray. One of the more graceful creatures in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. What else did I see when I was there?
What did you go to an aquarium or were you just like?
Oh, this was in the ocean.
So you just walk down to the ocean barefooted.
Yeah.
And you just see them just hanging out. What? Are you snorkeling?
No.
Huh?
The water's so clear.
Wow, that's actually hard for me to believe.
Yeah, and all you take to the beach, Alex. You don't take your phone.
Yeah, of course.
You don't take your wallet. You're
Unplugged.
not buying anything.
Yeah.
Take your keys.
Bottle of water, maybe.
What you're wearing. What do you need that for?
Hydration. Okay.
Approximately 2 minutes, everybody. Stay with us.
Stay with us.
You're not allowed to leave.
Okay, so it's just the towel?
Just the towel.
And keys?
Yeah. Board shorts.
Board shorts and go.
And a shirt.
And then you see stingrays and dolphins just out and about.
Yeah.
Just doing their thing.
It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen... I think I actually get a bit freaked out when I see a very small fish.
But what do we see in Malta? In Malta, we see... You see the fish.
I see fish.
Yeah, but we also see chickens.
Lots of chickens.
And you see, it is actually kind of like Inferno. They are just around the place.
They're just hanging out.
They are, honestly. And lots of cats.
Oh, the cats.
There's lots of cats.
Street cats.
No stray dogs.
No, but plenty of cats.
Plenty of cats. There's no caster cam, everybody. There's no camera in this room.
No. I could start a Periscope.
Yeah, that's very popular.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their Periscope.
Everyone can't stop talking about Periscope.
It's really...
Oh, that looks good. That looks good.
Can we rehash?
Yeah, go on.
All right, we are now in overtime. Map number 1, series between MIBR and Astralis. Opening match of stage 1. We found ourselves with MIBR battling back into this series to lock this one in. 12 rounds first. Astralis on a hodgepodge bye. Get on through, tie things up. MR3, and now 2 on the trot since we've entered overtime in favor of the Brazilians.
And for anyone that's too afraid to ask, MR.
Max rounds.
Chad, I knew this one. Let me have it.
Sorry.
When I actually know the answer, let me have them,
I thought
man.
it was a question.
Oh no, I was going to be like, I'm smart. I know what MR stands for. I didn't have to ask anyone. But yeah, max rounds. 14-12. So we are in the final round of the attacking side for MIBR in this overtime. And securing overtime right down to the wire. Stown has been having a standout performance. Could say the same as well for Insani and Exit. Even Lakowski all with 21 frag apiece. Important round for Astralis to at least have something to work with into the next half.
Oh, Lurky Boy through the smoke. Like acceleration. Yeah.
I told you, more sound effects this year.
That one's perfect.
Thanks.
I like that one. Insani attempts the lurk after Lakowski finds the opening incision. Now Yabi's turn. Should be good for this.
Ooh, lovely find. Wow, that was instantaneous deletion. Lakowski down after one. Man advantage, only for a second. Very short-lived. Drop manages to win his duel and go untraded. I say that as safe. Ooh, narrowly gets away with his life. 8 points of health. And Drop's running him down on the reload. He heard that. Cadian, well aware of the possibility that smoke is temporary cover, but Safe will catch him if they buy time. Exit through mid, going to be coming up short side. Has support arriving now in the form of Stare. Got to be careful about his approach. He actually smokes himself off to get across from the AWP line. That's a big miss. Caught jumping up.
It's just Stare here.
Yeah, got a lot to do. Device still on A. Safe. Oh, bomb. Bomb spotted. You know where two of them are. Stare can't do it. Drop can.
What a massive round for Drop. 3 huge kills. Yabi first, then Cadian, then Stare. Now Device is looking like a clean sweep in the first half of overtime in favor of MIBR. This is beautiful work, unless Device can win a crazy 1-on-3.
Yeah, no kit available to him. Safe holding his line now as well, so his days are numbered. And just one more to be added to that number next to MIBR's name to secure map 1 of this best of 3.
Yeah, both these teams have had better T halves. They've struggled a little bit more on their CT sides. But you just need one round now. If you are that of MIBR, feels like you should be able to putt this one in.
Let's get started then with the 3 consecutive Astralis rounds demanded. Oh, they missed window smoke. That's not what you're looking for in such an important round of Counter-Strike.
That one's coming up in the VOD review.
Just go and throw it 50 times.
That's your punishment. Well, your punishment is going to be losing this map.
Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, Stown versus Safe. Reaction speed test for the AWP. Already passes, so their highest flyer. Wings clipped. Oh, you'd have loved 2. You'll take 1. Cadian at least gets the trade. Astralis working with 3.
Oh, that nade's great.
Bang. Huge damage. Close to 100 damage inflicted. That will leave a mark. Block con. Jump up short. Jump up window. Lakowski's ready for this. Oh, wow. Caught on the crouch there, Yabi. Unable to hit the shot. Had to be the first bullet there. Lakowski, no slouch.
And you have info on where one more player was. That boost doesn't happen on its own.
Okay. So Device is roughly, approximately noted. It's Cadian with this unknown entity for now, trying to walk out B, but the setup's pretty strong. Drop playing it safe, playing it smart. No way for Cadian to get into this site without being heard.
Put a fork in it, this one's done.
Yeah, certainly feels that way. Map 2, where are we going?
Ancient. That's going to be the territory of MIBR. Coming up next as Drop will secure it. It was a laboured affair. It had an issue here, there, and everywhere. But the Brazilians notch map number 1 of their season for 2025 next to their name. The Katowice campaign is beginning. That you and Henry have come up with one late night of matchmaking?
I got it from someone on Face It, but I thought it was a thing. I just say it like it's a thing now.
Okay, all right.
Portuguese pistol.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
They're not doing the Portuguese.
Not doing it. In fact, this one actually looks like it's going to be a nice open and shut, simple, short smoke. And a long smoke as well. Okay, interesting. Just long smoked right now. There's the short one. Flashes in, testing K. Big fight, and good night. Cadian's gone. Stare's got to get out of here. Gets overrun by the Glocks, so before they even enter the B-bomb site, with all that util still down, Stown's trying to play ahead of it, but forced away. Does still hit one on the way in. Insani, felled, Device activating. Doors is going to be a hard clear for him. Exit's just crouched by the box, but drop. Ooh, missed shot. Device can't handle both of them. Safe. Gets the job done eventually, and just down here with this USP. How many is he going to get? Zilch.
They didn't do the Portuguese, they did the Hugo. Exit has the Molotov left over for the defuse. So
classic.
We love a Hugo. And Hugo himself. As a... Is that me?
I don't know.
It could just be us. It's the voices in our head. Anyway, I mentioned 3D Max earlier. 3D Max, they will be playing the winner of this series on our screen right here, right now, which currently could be MIBR if they continue their winning ways. That's the second pistol for them out of the 3 played thus far. Loser will drop down and play against FlyQuest.
Did you call them? So rude.
Through the cave again and smoked off, jumping MP9. KDN converts, but traded as Lakauzi immediately responds with a double of his own.
Could have got even worse as well. Some of those bullets did connect onto Stown on that round.
How many stag got here?
1.
Only 1?
Yeah.
2.5. None.
That was not.
You were closer.
That was not on the multiple choice.
No, but, well,
0.
Yeah, I guess it's the closest without going over, and we both went over.
Yeah, fair enough.
So bomb goes down.
Is this one worth 2?
Yes, it is. Or it should be, as Yami has been able to get his grabby little mitts on Galil. He might have clean hands.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to assume so.
I was just assuming after the knifing incident that maybe they wore gloves.
No, it's like a Lady Macbeth thing. For him, his hands are never clean, you know? He can scrub and he can scrub. It's a Shakespeare reference. Went to, well, did a A-level in theatre studies, so...
Theatre studies?
Theatre studies, yeah.
To be or not to be?
Twas the question.
How now, brown cow?
Red lorry, yellow lorry.
That seating position. Someone get to the bottom of it. That's what I wanted in an LED.
Yeah,
I want, like, a crime scene investigation.
I feel like SEO told me at some point, but I don't know if it was Lakauzi.
But weren't we saying that we thought maybe he's like dominant eye or something?
Yeah, that's the assumption.
Yeah, SEO did say something. Where is Ben?
He knows. He knows everything.
Where are you, Ben?
I don't know. He might be around.
All right, well, gonna fight middle, run boost, Galil up on the ledge.
There's something to be said about this. Oh, it takes a heavy beating just through the flames there, and he is gonna be the first victim. MIBR, 2 opening kills. There's only gonna be, well, 1 man defending B. They aren't necessarily starting to head that way, but the bomb is parked outside B doors. Pressure onto Donut as well, so going to keep the boots planted. Maybe it'll lay main aggress out of Cadian if he's feeling frisky.
What did we call Donut before we crumbled and then called it Donut?
Oh, we did have other names. What did we say?
I don't know, but we did call it something else before we called it Donut. Was it Totem?
Totem?
Because of the big totem in there?
Do you know I heard the other day, Na'Vi in their comms, they call Unbreakable on Nuke
Sugar Cube.
Sugar.
Yeah.
It's quicker. I might have to add that to my repertoire.
Well, when you're playing versus casting...
Sugar, sugar.
Yeah, but you're not going to call it sugar if you're casting.
Why not? There's lots of
no
like,
one's going to know what
wordplay
you're
there.
talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like it's going to be more specific.
Like, do you say decon? Do you say single?
Either is fine.
Okay, cool.
Like single door is more explanatory, and we have more time. We don't have to be as quick as if we were playing.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, there isn't necessarily like a one-to-one on.
It's like double doors, window.
Yeah, yeah.
Back vent.
Yeah. Do you call it CT vent and T vent? Is there other?
That's what I would call it. I think that in the same comm piece that you were talking about, this for those people who haven't seen it, I would strongly recommend.
I haven't finished it, but
watch All Out, which is the final of Cologne last year between Na'Vi and Vitality. I think they were calling it C1 or C2, is what.
Oh, I've heard that. I would wonder what that was. Okay, C1, C2.
So that's like it could be the gap next to the vent, whereas I'd say T vent, CT vent, right? Because
it could be specific
and
about
both vents used to be able to go up and down.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
No clock on clock anymore. Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to say? The top of the railing behind the silo of the bombs. Let's go, guns. See if Astralis can get off to a stronger start here. First opportunity to get that CT round flowing after the 3-0 conversions of MIBR, weathering the force in the second.
Yeah, Lyra on A, they have to get past this Device AWP. Do they avoid the shadow? Ooh, Device is backpedaled. Timing's going to...
yeah.
So both cancelled. Both teams cancelled their initial plans. Device will now be smoked off.
Bomb's like solo A main right now, which feels like a little volatile, a little risque.
It does tell of an A split though, doesn't it? They're going to go through their own donut smoke. So they're going to wait on the fade?
I mean, for Device, if two people do play the fade, it's going to be near impossible for him to get away. Unless Cadian partners up with them, and we'll have that trade potential. Oh, missed shot from Device.
Overlooked.
Cadian, real opportunity, golden opportunity for a multi. Drop overlooked as well. That's 3 players that have not cleared Cadian, and now they're already on a silver platter for him to farm up a double. Drop, can't touch him. Cadian pulls up Astralis is first. Oh my God. Nearly a recovery on that spray from Lacalzi's. Galil looks deadly, but Cadian, he's managed to convert that round with smart positioning.
Okay, not clearing their corners. Device goes down. They think it's clear. Cadian bides his time and is able to lock the round in the favor of the Danes. Good work from the in-game leader. Previous AWPer now turned anchor. Not the most fun positions that he has to play, but he's got players who are definitely more up to the task than he. So this will be a tactical timeout called early by the likes of Bit, coach of MIBR, legend of the Brazilian scene. And knowing that there are the finances available for a full buy. You can see it taking shape on the heads-up display that you all have available to you right here, right now. The buy on the other side will be the biggest emission of Cadian. The hero of the last will now just be down to a poor MP9. Did get the AWP back for Device. So what does the round opener look like? They were able to garner the mid control. Went for the A split, and really, just by not clearing the back of Donut, lose 3 lives. That's the type of round that you don't really want to let get to you, because otherwise it was pretty good.
Yeah, everything else was rather inspired. It's just an overlook of one position. Good on Cadian for being able to convert it, though.
Going to fight middle again.
Okay.
No, over towards A a little bit more. So see that T-molly they're throwing now?
Yeah.
That lands just in front of Insani to the left. It's so that the CTs can't scout close to the smoke anymore. It forces and keeps them wide. So you see more and more of the evolution of the way this mid play.
Ooh, drops off. He buys time for him to get a little bit of support. It's on its way. Yeah, I mean,
that pressure forces the rotation, which opens the gap, and now Insani goes into red.
Makes sense. I mean, Device is just now tending to that potential. Insani tucked in. Okay, big test here for Cadian and Yavi. Device will molly Insani out, but he doesn't take a lick. Yeah, he's done very well there. Completely unnoted. Smoke donut. Cadian. Oh, okay. So Stown clears out Insani. That's a good start, but now the A hit is coming in, and it's beautiful from Yabi. Gets 2 with the spray. Astralis have handled this once again, repelling on A. This time, a bit more of a team effort.
Oh, exits headset off, looking at admin.
Yeah.
Hopefully, just a temporary problem as we are on board with Safe, hoping to save. 28 seconds being run down. Multiple bodies to come through elbow. Bloodlust through the smoke. Cadian will get the kill, and that will be the round. Very well done from Yabi. Nice supportive flash from Device on the rotation. Also, Device is the one who threw the incendiary. Nice little space take there from Stout. Lots of little layers and details that I think Astralis did well in that round to convert their second. Doesn't look like we have a tech, so Exit must have been able to sort out his qualm. Insani's going to come back and go, hold up a second, that's where I was.
Yeah, why are you here now?
How have you slipped into that?
First kind of high impact round out of Yabi as well, that double kill securing it. Okay, so boost over the CT smoke. He'll have some vision on the jump up.
No, that smoke hasn't landed as intended. Oh.
Okay, Device. Wow, just over through the doors on B.
Yeah, cheeky one there. Well, it is really only this hero AK on Lacalzi to get excited about, so let's see if he is able to find a play. Was good on Mirage at doing so. Him and Insani, the 1-2 punch of MIBR.
They're operating under the assumption that no one's going to try and slip cave through that smoke. It's like Stair is front ramp. No one's got his cave.
It is interesting. It's because they don't have any information over towards middle. So they're biting down hard. They're going to go for a 4-player clear mid, 2 through Donut, 2 through Red.
God, there's a lot of pressure on Stair to deliver in that position. I mean, I suppose they know that there's not going to be a buy.
Hugest of buys, yeah. So still, it is risky to do it. It's more risky to do it against an eco.
True. Yeah, all it takes is like a quick Tech 9 and suddenly the bomb's down, you're playing an awkward retake.
And they're going to be more aggressive.
It's worked out wonderfully for them here, at least for the first. There's Cadian making sure this one doesn't go out of control. Lakowzi's taking the bomb in. If he can find a Vice, might still get the plant. Cadian died to drop.
Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Pushing the AWP on the smoke spam. Takes down Device. Can't go away. They know they can clear drop. Drop. Whoa! Drop is still alive for a moment. Does a lot of damage to Stout. Bomb is going down on B. Safe from the wall bang. Has Lakowzi got this in him? Picks up Devices up. And on the reload, they're already up the ramp. Oh, not impossible. But the trade potential is there. No nades. Kit on Stout. All about this first fight, and he does isolate it. Swing comes through! Lakowzi! Masterful round! The audacity to push Device on the short smoke, one, then the 1v2 with his recovered AWP.
You can't be losing rounds like that if you're Astralis. That's a hero AK within the mix.
This is how does Drop hit this? No head armor on Cadian.
Yeah, a really good contribution from Drop and information as well. Did even more damage there onto Stown, but that is a clutch to add to Lakowzi's books. Astralis, you can't be dropping rounds in that type of a fashion. As Pim would say, that's simply unacceptable.
Yeah, it's true.
And it is. Like that, you can't be losing rounds like that.
What was it? It was just the one rifle.
Yeah, which was initially boosted in middle.
That's right, yeah, and then ended up ramp. What a play from Lakowzi. I mean, I can't believe he's not prioritized the plant there.
I have information.
Oh, I like information.
We've got Ben.
Yo, there
SEO,
he is.
He's on the line. He said that was Max from 9Z with the eye condition, making him play close to the monitor. Can't find anything immediately on Lakowzi.
Okay, it was Max.
So thank you to Ben. Really love the contribution. As we called it Lara Donut. That's Rush. Rush is also
Lara
because of
Tomb
Raider, the map. Lara.
Yeah. Didn't stick.
You all wanted donut and you got your way.
Yep. And now I'm having like a whole crisis about Dark and Con. It's just is either of them at this point.
E-Box as well as
E-Box, of course, but those damn Americans can't win everything.
Well, they don't have to. What do you want to call it?
E-Box is kind of good actually. Change my mind.
Con's fine too because we changed the name of everything else, right? We got Camera in middle and then we got Temple side.
Yeah, I actually heard a team use Dark for Glyph.
Yeah, but that's more like a position if you think about Shadow, for example, or Mirage, or Dark over towards lower B. Yeah, it's a tough angle to clear.
Yeah, like that almost makes sense, but now we can't go.
Well, we can.
Can we?
Why? We can always change.
All right, maybe 25.
No one's stopping us.
Because Glyph is not stuck, I don't like
No, it hasn't at all. It's just us.
So let's call that Dark.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll call Con.
Cool. See, on train, you're going to have a hard time with Icon as well. People just call that Camera.
Camera?
Because there used to be Camera there. It used to actually be Stop, right? That's where you would molly on an old train.
Yeah.
Right? And people would play in that position quite early on within rounds, right? Yes, people just call that Camera. 6 can still be 6. Heaven and Hell can still be Heaven and Hell.
I mean, give train 6 months and we'll see what the consensus is. I think that's usually how it works, you know, like it's decided by the hive mind.
Dead. And that's enough. You know it's
I want to try.
Oh, they passed him.
Dead. Okay, you just made it look so easy. Well, that's not gone well for Safe, and that was hyper-aggressive from Astralis.
Hold on, there's only one guy on B again.
Yeah, but it's fine.
It wasn't fine last time.
It's going to be fine this time. Cadian's going to arrive, so the cavalry's here. Stown gets one. Stown gets some damage, and one. Lovely work, considering the position he was put in. The util might facilitate the plant. Looks like Drop will get that down.
They're both relatively low. It's only more than Drop, but this is still going to be tough at a 4v2.
No kit.
Yeah, but still, Drop needs a kill.
Oh. Some damage inflicted onto Stair. Doesn't really matter. Drops very low now.
Hold up.
Insani actually gets one onto Stair. Good cleanup, good bravery from Device on the USP. Insani hiding in the site. In the smoke, 3 people spamming him, and if he could just get him off the bomb, I was going to say, and disappear into the smoke, could have been a different story. But yeah, stressful round. Astralis make it just a 1-round game, so they haven't been too phased by that slip up against the Glock and the rifle.
Definitely heroic-esque flavors with the Canadian Stown and Yabi trio, right? With like a lot of gambles and risky maneuvers. This here was one of them, and then they're able to stick the landing in the retake, even though it was slightly touch and go. That's going to be the 3rd round on the CT side for the Danes. MIBR can buy back in with something. It's not a full buy, but. Have enough. It looks like they're going to head over towards B quite early. It's just going to be Stown and Stair defending that side of the map.
Yeah, main eye is going to be on if Stair wants to do anything on this ramp push. Stown throws out early util. They're testing him now. Device has arrived, but he's getting burned into the fight. Good easy find onto Lakauzi. Drop over look for the one. Can't do anything more. Wow, he actually dinked another. And Insani onto Yabi. It's still up for debate here. Device down. Big find from Exit. Awkward Cadian and Stair. Stair worse for wear. 17 points of health. It will be eyes on Cadian to try and find this duel onto Safe. Safe is active on the Yang. Peeks through. Oh, the jump! The perfectly timed, but at least there's a trade. Insani pushing all the way out cave to find it. Gets the trade. And no interest in the retake for Stair. Okay,
he's going to hold on to his M4. Taking stock right now with the finances. Loss bonus going into the next round of play as the hunt is ensuing. It's going to be 1,400. So you add 1,400 to the tallies of everybody on Astralis right now. You take that away as well. So the 4 spy could have had legs. Stair could have dropped an M4. He would have had one of his own. Now
it's just an elvish archer.
Yeah, against Space Marines.
No, because it's legless, isn't it? Doesn't have legs.
But I was just going to say that Archer can't really do a lot against
a Space Marine, which is fair enough.
Yeah, they're just from different times.
I don't know, man. Legolas versus like this ragtag squad of Space Wolves. I think he's got a chance.
Wolves, yeah.
Space Wolves.
I said Marines.
Yeah, they're just the coolest Space Marine.
Oh.
I used to collect Space Wolves and Dark Elder.
Okay, well, take a look at this.
And Skaven. This... Oh, the timing on the fade is perfect. Device in the open. Trade was there if he needed it. Does it on his own. So first blood, rifle falls into enemy hands. They are starting to pincer into this A through Donut and Main.
I think you mean Lara.
Lara, of course. But that early death from Lakauzi could have a very high cost. Doing okay so far, though. It's that just a Temple duo pushing out now. Activate beautifully. Astralis, get away with it. Komnu. They're not Scottish. Don't know why they sounded Scottish there.
It was a pretty good accent, I think. But thanks. Blow for blow we're going right now. That was Astralis forced by with very little. Snatches one back, and the conversation just continues. So back and forth we go. If we take a look at how this half has transpired, it was pistol conversions for MIBR. Then we had 2 on the drop from Astralis, and then back and forth since then. So 4 rounds in back-to-back fashion that have gone either way. And there's the Cadian that we know and love, the one who's trying to bring the energy for his team. Second tactical timeout from MIBR. Money for them, also hodgepodge. So their 4 spy starting to take shape. Bit will have called what type of round. Now it's up to them to work out who's buying what and how they can facilitate said call. Exit's been able to get into this AK Kevlar again. He loves it. Pistols for the rest, and only 2 smokes, 2 flashes to work with. Whatever the opening gambit is, they need to stick the landing. Well, they've gone mid-extinguish.
Okay. Lakauzi, 50 HP from the HEs. Yeah, double HEs. It does feel like that's the comfortable way to repel, but it has left the A site open. Look at this already. CT smokes down. They're across. Donut. Ooh, Cadian swapped to his incendiary at a suboptimal time. Pushing through the smoke. There's no trade there. Stow just charges in. Diaby eventually gets it belated. Bomb ticking. Exit does have that rifle. So on this big box power position, he is going to be the first man to try and find impact. Device denies it. No chance for Exit. Now, just these two players on the boost as Insani gets nothing done. There's no hope for that Tech9 of Safe to have any more impact. He's going to be just running straight to his demise as we find the score dead even 5-5.
All right, well, that fast response time on that A-bomb site.
Nice and quick.
And making sure that MIBR are not able to fortify themselves into a post-plant setup. It's a good shot there from Drop, but still, that's all it really was. Peeling them apart with these rifles, and bomb goes down, but it will now have to be the eco. So Astralis could be walking away with another 7-5 half in their favor. All right, full mid control for the CTs. This one isn't going to have a whole lot of mustard on the hot dog. Maybe you prefer ketchup.
I'd like some crunchy onions and some mint.
Crunchy onions?
You know, those little crunchy things?
Yeah, when I used to live in Las Vegas, there was a place that was like, I forget the name of it, but it was a container park, right? Ooh. So it was all these different venues made out of sea containers. And they had this praying mantis thing that was also made out of, it used to blow fire.
Ooh.
It was in downtown Vegas. And then it had a lot of different food stalls. And one of them was like a gourmet hot dog place. And I think they put like crushed up crisps or chips.
Yeah.
For those of you who might be American on the hot dog. You could probably still find it. Container Park, downtown Las Vegas.
Woof, that was a quick reaction out of Cadian. And this is going the way we expected it, right? A nice 3v3 with a recovered AK and nearly killing down. Okay, we've got a 1 versus 2 with an AK and a bomb. Exit picks that up.
How's this gotten so close?
I don't know. I was thinking about hot dogs, I'll be honest.
Surely.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Unless.
There's nothing. Stair knows.
Well,
no,
he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on the cut of sound. Stair spotted on the retreat. He's not even looking at ramp. Oh, Exit, you get this. You got the round. God. You got the round right here for the taking. This was really, really supposed to be an Astralis 6th. Comes down to Device to close. Exit, looking for answers. Does he spot him? He does! And he takes him down as well! How has he done that? Exit, 3 kills and stealing a round away from Astralis.
What in Lego's good blocky earth are the Danes do? Lego's the only thing I can think of that's Danish.
Yep, no, fair play.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Hot dogs.
I don't know if they made hot
dogs. I don't know
dogs.
if they did that.
They're proud of them, but I don't think they made them. What are Astralis doing?
How did that go wrong? I really was distracted.
I'd be talking mad shit. Like, why are you pushing mid against an eco? What are you doing? It's like Counter-Strike 101. Josh would be pulling his hair out.
Oh, and Insani's just made light work of this as well. This was a force. I mean, of course it was last round, but it's just fallen so quickly, so flat. Now you just regroup. You've got numbers advantage. Even if they've gamble stacked, you can go 5v3 into B. No worries, no stress.
Even if look at all the nades. They could do a full B execute. Smokes in, long, short, molly, sight.
Okay, blocked ramp.
Sure, but that's going to buy you 20 seconds. They don't have to go through it. They still have more util. They can take their time, but they will. They'll break, they'll go, and they'll get the side.
Okay, and now you know you've got Device trapped in cave. He's going to struggle to find an additional contribution. He does limit their options towards long. They can't like set up a really potent post plant, so there is retake conversation to be had. Flash and Shadow. Yes, another from Device. High impact from his AWP. Trapped in cave or not the case. Boost for the Brazilian AWP.
Smoke on the bomb.
They know they're going to be ramp side. Device has got so much info from just playing cave actively. Nice shot from Exit. They are on the defuse. Oh. Not anymore. Exit, more impact to be felt. Astralis hope wanes in this last round of the half. As MIBR have secured a 7th, a 2-round lead. Already a map to the good. It's shaping up nicely for MIBR in their start in Katowice. In our second half, the second map of this series. First day of IEM Katowice 2025. Feels like the energy has definitely shifted. Momentum certainly behind MIBR in this one. A couple of slip-ups in that first half. Going to be perhaps lingering in the brains of Astralis. They know that could have been, perhaps should have been, at least 6-6, if not 7-5 in their favor.
I think Kadian's face around there says it all. When you're hunting against essentially a full eco and you're losing a round that exit clutches out, and then you had the Lakowski round with the Hero AK that ended in an AWP 1v2. At this level of Counter-Strike, with the experience of the players on the Astralis team, I'll say it again, as Pimp would say, simply unacceptable. It really is.
Oh, that's interesting. Variation of the Portuguese, I believe. Call it the Danish. Pushing up towards CT, going to wrap into A here, parking one. Yabi stays in red room to try and catch anyone pushing the smoke. It's very multifaceted and it's worked wonderfully for his double kill. The retake is on though. I don't see the kit yet. Exit has one. Oh, great shot. Hayden caught slipping again. Insani just deletes him. Still Stound making a strong case for Astralis to take this pistol. Insani, however, with a rebuttal. Main and Donut, they seem to have a good idea. It's not a good plant for Donut. It's not a good plant for the Donut player. He has to go super wide. Oh, guys. I don't... Over to you.
Neither of them took the fight. Neither of them actually took the fight. They could see the guy on the defuse.
No, but also, that's like the worst place to plant. If you're planning for Donut...
And you had such a big number advantage. You had the site completely under control. There's so many other options that you could have done. But not only that, you had a two-man advantage.
And if you... Yeah, you could even, like, tuck behind the box, but you could... That's a bad plant for Main and Donut.
And why is Kadian in the open for that opening kill?
Bro!
Anyway, look, let's do this. MIBR, just go knock on their door, bring them a glass of warm milk. All right, make sure that you get their water bottle. You're going to tuck them into bed nice and tight.
Yeah, I gave it a good, really solid start as well, man. That is, it's a rough start to proceedings here. Bomb down, though, so Galils, let's see if they can, redeem themselves with something here. B ramp's already theirs. Wow, CTs are calling B clear early, so there's a lot of info flowing. MIBR got a good idea as to where the focus is for Astralis. Middle occupied, heavily smoked. That's a third invested into the mid-take.
Walking out through this, or at least considering it was Yabi, now standing in the fade. 3 through Donut, 2 through Main.
Oof, and Sunny takes a heavy lick, but still gets his frag. Exit turns around. Okay. Scary for a second. Bomb can be planted uncontested. Stare spotted. Drop worries about the potential for a red room lurk, clears it out. Safe spamming away from CT. Now Katowice noted as well, so they've heard all 3 guns.
Saving.
Yeah.
I think going fishing there, seeing if something came their way. And that's not to be the case. So retaining an MP9, a FAMAS, and what should be an A1S in the hands of Katowice. The A defense looked good for a moment. I think Exit just not expecting a second player to be coming out of main. That could have been the difference maker. He should have been good for that. But caught off as Astralis will win back with a force fire of their own. They even win the duel at range. Little upgraders. Oh, never mind. Drop and Katowice will do some damage on the way out the door. Just stare to survive, but job done. Round converted. So Drop will probably give the M4 to Insani. He can get himself at an MP9. Exit can buy one as well. And then Safe can just operate with something a little bit lighter. There's the first hit. Then he turns around to help out Insani. Nade in his hands coming through the smoke. On the edge, Stair gets an important... Actually, it wasn't Stair. Stair was the one who killed Insani.
Yeah, Deve.
Device got an important kill in that moment. Third of 3 tactical timeouts now being expended by the coach Bit. They haven't followed through with the purchases just yet, so Exit working with a 5-7, Safe into the same. Will Drop give the M4 to Insani? Find out now. He won't. It will be the donation of an MP9. So Katowice and Drop with the retained big guns. 2 MAC-10s, one for Katie and one for Stair. 2 AKs and a Galil. Astralis, how do you open up the account of this round?
What's the approach? Red smoke, donut smoke.
You've got 2 players flashing. You've got Device and Stam ready to rally these flashes forward. Here they come.
Oh, and they're so blind. Real chance for Stair. Set up for success. Gets one. Shut down. Drop. At least returns us to an even keel. They are looking to really poised to push B here. Break of the ram smoke. Katowice tucks. He's alone. He is alone. He's about to have a lot on his plate. Overlooked completely. If he gets another, that's crazy. Whoa. Look at the damage. Katowice gets 2 on notice. Device down to 14. And now Stown sleeping with the fishes. It's just Cadian and Device. Quickly leveled out nicely. Device doing everything. Can he find the last frag as well? It's going to be up to Cadian. Device puts in a good shift. 2 frags. Cadian just needs 1. Doesn't have to keep pushing now. He knows he's off the bomb. Here's those steps towards the ramp.
Oh, Exit might just save now.
Oh, and doesn't look like he's going for it.
Yeah, he's been made to look a little bit foolish. Having a hunt for that, not wanting to play wicked games with tap, peek, so just holds on to the AK. Close one, sure, but will be Astralis adding another to the tally. Now just a 1-round game. Kablamo has, it didn't start perfectly over towards middle, but a strong finish. Like, how's he going to be kicking himself that he had those split targets? Here it is again. So first one, back turned easy as you like. Very important trade. Still a good amount of damage being done.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a tough position there. I can understand his frustrations because of the hang time. Like, he had time to almost unload his mag. Knows he had the chance to get more.
Take a look at this. Safe has actually got a flash. He can flash over from A to set up Exit to fight middle, dropping Insani through the smoke.
Yeah, it's a perfect flash. What a perfect start to proceedings. They get 2 kills for 2. Quickly mopped up by Device, though. These max
Katowice behind.
Katowice's put him down. Oh my god, he can get another! He has! Just Yabi.
Not another eco.
Yeah, 2. 2 on the docket. Unless Yabi can come up clutch. The CTs have the bomb and they've got time to just work it out, partner up. Give him the bomb. That's also a decision you can make. Don't have to play it.
Yabi's here quite quickly. Oh man, they're awares.
Yeah.
At least of the possibility. And actually they drop the molly, but keep on waltzing.
They know it's going to rock time despite that.
He probably goes B.
Oh, he's going quick as well. This is smart. Okay, Yabi, I like the cut of your jib.
He's just turned the tables on this whole round. This piece of utility will now give away his position. Bomb planted, 40 seconds on the clock. And right now, MIBR need to move with a swiftness.
I think Yabi saved him with that decision-making there. Just not being scared of the potential for an elbow swing. Grabs bomb, gets out, punishes their reposition.
They have to go through this. If you want to win the round, you need to go. Bomb's about halfway gone.
10-second defuse ahead of them as well. Could be anywhere. Just going to have to stick this and hope for the best. Cover from Lekowski has to be perfect. He's looking at ramp, he's looking at long, he's looking the wrong way. Back is turned, frag is found, gets him off the bomb. Yabi clutches up, saves Astralis from what would have been red faces. That was way too close for comfort.
Yeah, I know there was a saved AK as part of that eco, but still, the amount of output they were able to garner from that one save rifle
and the
was
flash.
Huge. Yeah, flash comes over, double kill for exit. Lekowski activates late, just keeps moving with the 5-7. Obviously, they're going to be wishing they had played that bomb a little bit differently, but not aware of where Yabi had gotten off to. Well handled from him. At that point, the question mark is, do I sit the defuse or do I take the fight? And the fight was the option. As we're all tied up, remember, third map of this series is Train.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
To get some Train here on the main stream. So right now, 5 smokes on the map. A bunch of them starting to fade.
A lurk smoke they threw out.
Yeah, so just applying a bit more pressure towards the B defense.
Forced that smoke on ramp.
Safe's rotated over to bolster. It's Sunny tucked in red on this off angle. It does look like he's about to have some company. Not a great smoke.
They missed the first one as well. Great. Good timing on that. Exposed in the open. Important from Stair. Humbles Insani after the first.
Wow.
It's down, flirting with aggression. Kept at bay by the incendiary. Pivot into B, cave-centric.
Just Lekowski here has blocked the ramp again. He can turn his attention towards cave. It's quite deep, so the lurk-through possibilities are available.
It's really hard to find a multi from this position for Lekowski out cave. They can go wide and slip.
Barrel?
Yeah, they spotted him. Oh, he gets one. At least gets one, but still shaping up nicely for Astralis. Drop. Tries his hand at a little bit of a nade. Doesn't do too much damage, nor does the wallbang.
Yeah,
Safe disconnected.
That's tough for Lekowski. Left over towards B on his lonesome. But a quick decision for Astralis to pivot after that initial mid-fight. So well handled from them. The Danes will get themselves into the lead. And a save again for MIBR.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a recurring theme in the second half.
Here's one thing I want to pose to you as a question.
Yeah, go on.
So we obviously, if you take a look at your, to get rid of the scoreboard on your HUD, or you look at mine then, you see how we have the way the bomb ticks down.
Oh yeah, and then you've got the circular approach.
But it's not linear, right? Like it's not like, you know, it starts quicker and then it slows down towards the end. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong. But then the way that it is on the new HUD, right, there's no timer. But I don't know that it's necessarily important for there to be a timer, because for the viewer, a part of the suspense, right? One of the things, remember Starlight had for a while, they actually had a literal timer, and it kind of ruined the suspense because you knew if they had enough time or not.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I do think you need to see the diffuse.
The progression. Oh, the diffuse. Yeah, there is a diffuse. It's a little circle.
Yeah, but the actual bomb time itself, I think everyone who's played Counter-Strike can kind of...
You should know. That's a core concept of the game, understanding how much time is ticked on the bomb. But I think also the suspense from a viewer perspective is something that needs to be kept in mind as well.
100%. I mean, the fact that, you know, when you and I are watching a game, even you, who's played this game for the majority of his life, goes like, have they got it? And it's like, I don't know.
Sometimes it's real close.
Yeah.
All right, well, they're just going to waltz up B round with contact. This is going to catch him off guard.
And they haven't lost anyone on the initial exchange. And they don't commit. Understandably so.
Minute on the clock.
I'm just trying to understand. So you see these blue nades next to Lekowski?
Yeah.
So that means he's thrown 2 nades already, and he's got 2 more already.
No, that's bugged. He doesn't have any nades.
Oh, yeah. That was a bad example. I was just trying to understand. I was trying to understand the concept behind that.
If we had Inferno, I could probably explain it to you a little bit better with examples, but right now we don't have that ability.
Nice shot. Step. Breaks into the site. Should be able to get this bomb down, escorting through. Insani is going to get a boost up, and good cover from Yabi. Actually gets them both. Clean. Clean as can be. Yabis have put in a good shift onto our second map. Haven't seen the same discrepancy that we saw from Astralis on Mirage was Stown just head and shoulders above the rest. This time a bit more of a team effort. You can see Stare and Yabi at the top of the scoreboard in the teens.
Yeah, so this one here, he gets the double, sees the tower, keeps on spraying, grabs the second. Now that was just those saved guns. Now we're back into the buy for MIBR. They've had the good graces of a couple of, so now they need to get it done with the guns.
Starting 3B, so little light for Safe to hold mid. He's going to post up with the AWP, and looks like they are willing to just let Yabi work round, and it's working. Safe responds on that mid-walk. Trade was on its way. They're trying to find him now. Lakazi sees an opportunity, knows they're distracted by that donut frag, and he's going to punish. Huge work from their cave player. Activates.
Oh. Extra spotted backside under pressure.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Lucky to get away, both of them.
Whoa. Fair play. I mean, especially with the bomb down for CTs, like that. The fact that Exit lives there is great.
Well, we still needed to do a rifle round. This is a 4v2 situation. Bomb in enemy territory. So the ability to convert this is looking good. I'm going to try and apply pressure towards A, but really, you don't need to bite down too hard. You just need to keep info on that side of the map and then lock this down, which they've got plenty of bodies and resources to do so.
Well, that's a lot of info, I guess.
You have to try something, right? Oh, okay. Well, straight through the smoke. Safe goes down to the AK of Stown. The money, based off of a few of those cleaner scenarios that Astralis had attested to their name, should see themselves getting into a buy into the next round of play. But this is MIBR breaking the streak. They won the pistol, they lost the force, and then they lost 5 in a row before they voiced any concern.
Eventually, this is going to be punished from Insani. Hasn't even considered it as a possible. Oh my god, he only just now had a glance. At a glance, not going to be favouring him in the timing battle, but
that's actually pretty good because the fact is Astralis will have a much better buy than MIBR into the next, right? They are going to get the round winning bonus, sure, but 2 guns are going to have to be dropped, which means that Exit and Lakazi are going to be a little bit lighter in the util department, and then someone is going to go lacking, right? So for drop, he can get a silenced M4 and head armor, but he's going to be missing out on util completely. So there will be some points of contention. Interesting. So actually, they didn't. They are going for utility over firepower, essentially. Is there a drop of? Okay, so Safe gets the AWP. Okay, it actually all worked out okay.
Doesn't look too bad. See if you can get any kind of
2 MP9s. I thought they would have got more M4s.
Yeah, back for your buck with the MP9. See if it can pay off. Kowsey so far has been putting in a solid work towards this cave side in this second half, albeit not converted. Cadian jumps through, pulls the crosshair. Wow. Kowsey empty-handed. Big opening from Stare.
So much pressure on B.
Drop has just got an MP9 and too many bodies on his screen. Astralis have broken in. It's unlikely that Insani and Exit are going to be able to do anything about this. Staring at smokes, man, discrepancy. Keep the rifles, keep that AWP. It's just too appealing. You've only lost the MP9s. It seems like the best option is to give the 11th over.
It is pretty rough as well for Lakazi, because how many times have we seen him find impact? It's the first time he hasn't really been able to manifest anything for his team. And then you drop, you're stuck on the site. They're coming from cave, they're coming from ramp. And then so, well, Cadian making the space, right? He was coming through with the Mac 10, opening up the crosshairs. So really good job from him.
And I think that's a nice, perfect example as to why the cave smoke is such a must-have. You can see how, from Lakazi's perspective, for every round he has no info. You careful heaven, and you start spamming it. You start trying to feel like you have to contribute if your mid players are getting overrun. And then this time, through the smoke, a leaping Mac 10, a rifle right behind it. It's just, there's so many options for the T's off the back of just a nice, simple smoke from spawn.
Subvert that expectation.
Yeah, straight through. Look at that. He was pre-firing. He knew what was up. He knew the mission, as did Cadian.
But that's great from Stare. So Cadian said, look, I'll make the space, you just make the kill, right? The whole point is to trade. And well, Cadian not only made the space, stayed alive. So great work. So saves come through once more. MIBR bite back in, but this one getting away from them as a fast A fake. This is all the ruse. They want to draw the rotation because they know that MIBR are struggling.
Instead sold it by showing face, getting damage. You'd love a kill to really convert and force rotations. He certainly forced a reaction, but Drop and Lakazi, they're not buying it. Oh, and it works well. Great read. They don't fall for it.
That opening gambit needs to either be a kill,
right,
or like space, and they didn't get either. Still stuck main, there wasn't enough boots being made. Sure, the smokes and flashes were there. So well handled from MIBR, but now it's still about converting the round.
Be hard-pressed to let this one go, especially because Lakowski and Drop have just decided to fall way back, play retake, play it safe, play the numbers. Drop just holding for that cave cross. He'll be the canary. And there's a nice indicator right there.
Segregated because of that right now.
Ooh, oh, he had a chance.
He might be dead.
Could be. On that reload, Device posts up multiple kills available to him if he times this right.
Device has a multi.
It's set up on a silver platter.
Oh.
And now it's all him. 1 versus 5 for Device. An impossible task for most, but perhaps not for Device on this AK-47. Lakowski, first victim, swings into exit for a second, making it look more and more realistic.
4
Needs
bullets.
the reload. 4 bullets, 3 opponents, and yep, unable to find the head of safe with that limited magazine capacity. Makes it just a 1-round game once more. MIBR. Well, how many CT rounds are they functioning with?
That's their
7-5 half,
round.
right?
Yeah, and they haven't been able to get any consecutive so far.
Yeah, so that's why the finance has been such a conversation.
The loss bonus is in their favor down the stretch, but still, now that you're walking the tightrope, if you win this round right now, if you're MIBR, the loss bonus into the next round is only going to be 1,900. So MIBR could pip them at the post. This is still doable. This round right now could decide it.
What's the approach? Early damage finds Device there on the elbow side. Oh, whoa, instantaneous. Insani, quick with it. Removes Device. Astralis limping, loss of their sniper.
They've been called back over towards B to join Yabi and Cadian. Sound and Stare being quiet with it.
Look at this
sure they're not
reclear.
running through the water.
An deliberate reload. Trying to act like he's all alone.
Down has a smoke.
Yeah, well,
Short or
Safe's
long.
posted on that ramp, so you're going to need a smoke long side, or actually I say that he's relocating to still be holding that part of the map. Here's the Astralis exec, or at least a smoke and volley. Flash into cave, elevated angle, works out nicely for one. It's Stare though, does one better, finds the equalizing double.
Should be able to get the bomb down now. Safe can't do a lot about this.
It's down, doesn't need to give him that fight. Insani and Exit have arrived on the scene. Retake util thrown out. Stare brought low, down to just 9 HP. Insani finds Cadian, so now it gets worse for Astralis. Insani's just hitting every shot he takes. Finds it onto Stown. Stare so low. Despite his contributions, he's the only one finding impact on a consistent basis right now. Fair play to Stare.
And it looks like we've dealt with the woes that existed on map number 1 with the tech issues, right? This has been pretty smooth sailing. Sure, Exit with a little problem early, but we've definitely had the rolling momentum, and still we find ourselves in a very close game. Overtime in map number 1, looking like a possibility on map number 2. And is that right? This is only the first tactical timeout called from Astralis.
I find it hard to believe, but yeah,
me
must be,
too.
must be.
Considering this second half has been going well. It was the first where they did have a hot patch in the middle, but it was the start and the close of the first half in favor of MIBR. 4750, as you can see on your screen right now, is available. Sorry, it's a little bit more than that for Stare, who has gone into an AK-47, has head armor. Even a little bit of util to work with. That bomb does actually help them out. 600 cash coming through after the defuse, so on top of the loss bonus of 1,900. Next round, 2,400. So right now, Stare, hero AK opportunity to find some impact.
Well, he has not lost an opening duel. He's taken 3. Might have to do it again here. See if he can go 4-0 in his opening excursions. More passive mid stance from Insani. He's actually behind the red smoke. Has a HE to break. Just looking for answers. Just jump spots, doesn't get any info. Moving donut fast. Letting the pistols bait.
Trouble.
Does look like a lot of trouble for Exit. What can he do with this? Oh, he can do it all! pull. Just as easy as that, Astralis evaporate before our very eyes.
Wow, they didn't take any pause. I thought, oh, we get this space. Maybe we try and set this up for a duel. You just run into the blender. You get turned into mincemeat. And that is 12 for MIBR again. They were the first to reach it on Mirage after a back-and-forth affair, and they've done so once more. You just return to the first half of play and the ecos that they were winning, and you think if Astralis hadn't dropped these rounds that they should be converting with the level of experience that they have across the board of this team, this game should have been theirs. This map should have been theirs.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one in the review if it ends after this round. Overtime still available. Mag 10 for Stair.
Rolling Molly out towards Cave.
Good damage.
Oh, that's a huge nade.
Perfectly timed. And Zani's got a duel here. Device had his nade out. Oh, what a spray! I thought he'd lost control of it. Finds the head of Device, no less.
2 smokes to finish the round. A man down. Astralis, hot water. It's at boiling point.
Drops in the smoke. Pushes forward. And brings the fight towards Stow. Cadian forced to address this. And Stow not ready for the swing. Drops brings the fight to them. Yabi, that's a lovely sequence. Finds 2. A pair of frags. Impact felt. Look how is he not going to surrender quietly. Stare in a 1 versus 2 to keep this game going. MIBR, just 1 more kill. He's got 16 points of health. Look how he can secure it. Starting off Katowice with a win would be huge for MIBR. Quite the opposite for Astralis. Bomb needs to be retrieved. He's got 35 seconds to do it. He heard Lekowski jump. Flash. Bomb retrieved. Exit rotates through. Stair is in so much trouble. There's no way you win this. Exit's going to have an exposed back. And that is it. That is that. GG. MIBR taking it in 2.
Solid counter-strike from the Brazilians. They move forward in stage 1. 3D Max await in the upper bracket. Astralis, they fall down to face FlyQuest. Some uninspired counter-strike today and losing eco after eco. That is a tough pill to swallow.